most intense, thrilling, electrifying sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts. You've been looking for the definitive podcast to call your new home to hear everything about it. The search is over. This is the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. Bringing you the hottest MMA breakdowns straight from the heart of the octagon. This show is all about MMA breakdowns. For fans, by fans. We're talking UFC, MMA, and the occasional big boxing match. We'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin a.k.a. MMAnomaly, Emiliano a.k.a. Jive Turkey Nano, and Alex Pip a.k.a. Pip's Piano Tips.
What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of the MMAnomaly Show, No Filter. I'm your host, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and with me, as usual, are the co-hosts with the most. We're talking about a Jive Turkey Nano, and of course, Pip's Piano Tips, folks. Welcome back for another one. Let's jump into, before we jump into the comments or the fight card we're here to talk about, how the hell are you boys doing on this beautiful Thursday, or as me and Nano like to call it, Friday Junior? Pip, we'll start with you. How you feeling, bud?
It is a beautiful Friday, Junior, indeed. It's a beautiful day over here in the Bluegrass State. Got to clean my car a little bit, relax, and I'm getting ready to talk about a banging fight card that we got. Nano, how you doing, brother?
Let's go. Great to see you, boys. Glad to hear y'all are doing good. I'm doing fantastic. It's a great day here in San Francisco. We got some sunshine. We got outside lanes to look forward to as well. So some good music, good vibes all around, and some good fights, some good violence to go ahead and discuss today with all of y'all. So appreciate you. Let us know how you're feeling in the comments as well. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. MMAnomaly. Over to you, brother. How we feeling? How we living?
Man, feeling good, living better, as I like to say. It's been a good week. It's been a busy week. But as I like to say to my lady, busy does not mean bad. It just means busy, right? Yeah, it's been a nice busy week. So it's flying by, which is great because, you know, she's been out of town. She comes back today. Thank God. Can't fucking wait for that.
Safe travels, Miss Mary.
Yeah, for real, man. She's got a 5-hour and 45-minute flight ahead of her right now. I think she's probably boarding in the next 10 minutes. So shout out Miss Mary, and shout out to Safe Travels. And shout out to this card. UFC Vegas. Oh my gosh. 120. Are we there already, folks? 120 of them at the legendary Metapex, renamed from the UFC Apex Arena. And this one is headlined by newcomer Quilllan Salkilld coming in against Mateusz Gamrot. I mean, what an absolute banger of a main event and a warehouse, boys. Let's jump into the tail of the tape here. We have Mateusz Gamrot, who is 5'10", coming in against the long and strong 6'tall Quilllan Salkilld. Quilllan is 12-1 in his professional career. 26-4 is Mateusz the Gamer Gamrot. It's a 70.5-inch reach for Gamrot and a 75-inch reach for our guy Quilllan Long Strong Salkilld. I mean, 4.5 inches of reach is a huge advantage. So is 9 years of age, being the younger man who is Quilllan Salkilld. And when it comes to stances, you have orthodox versus southpaw, which of course Pip knows, Nano knows, and I damn sure know. It's going to open up a lot of different attacks to the body here, folks. You have a wrestling style versus, it says NA, non-applicable, right? Why does it say that? I'll tell you why. This man is a mixed martial artist. He does what we like to call here mixes the martial arts quite a bit. He can get it done on the feet. He can get it done on the ground, I say. He's a great guy. He's a great fighter. And he fights out of Luistro Combat Academy, whereas Mateusz Gamrot, man, he trains out of one of the best teams in the game, American Top Team, ATT, where my boy Dustin Poirier trains, of course. And they train together. As he said, if Dustin's able to make it for the fight, it's going to be good, my brother. It's going to be good. We're going to go ahead and go to Nano first on this one. Tell the people, what do you think? How do you see this one playing out between the gamer and the newcomer?
Yep, the gamer and the newcomer, Quilllan Salkilld here, the no nicknamer, I should say. I know we're putting just a blank there. That's one thing I did notice on your extremely insightful graphic there. Shout out MMAnomaly, the producer team, aka One of One.
No. For that one, we shout out Leroy and the crew over at the Fight Week Show. If you're not already subscribed over there, make sure you do so now at the Fight Week Show. Check them out. They put out great fucking content, folks.
Thank you,
I love that. Yep, shout them out for the production there. And listen, man, this is an absolute banger of a fight. I do think this is a little bit of a turning of the tide, okay? I am buying the hype. I am taking the young Cav over the old bull. And there's a few reasons why. I think when I look at Gamrot's game, and I'm excited to hear Pip and MMAnomaly break this down, I feel like a little Stephen A. Skip action here in between, because I'm curious to see how this ultimately shakes out in terms of our decisions. Again, I'm leaning the young buck here in Salkilld. Reason being, I think there was enough chinks in the armor of a Mateusz Gamrot to give me enough doubt that this young kid that is equally skilled, equally hungry, maybe more, going to be a little bit faster, a little bit sharper with his striking. We know that. You just mentioned the 5-inch reach advantage, brother. Mateusz going to have a really hard time getting inside, grabbing a leg, and being successful over the course of 25 minutes. I guess with that, the championship rounds, that may be the one thing I have in question, is how good is this young buck going to look when you have a Mateusz Gamrot applying pressure, you're continuously defending the takedowns. What's that gas tank going to look like? Again, I'm buying the hype. I'm trusting the kid. I think he can even find a finish before those championship rounds, dare I say. That's how confident I am. I think the hands can certainly put him away. Look no further than the Hakta Paras knockout. But then again, if it turns into a true grappling match, a mano-y-mano, it's a chess game down there, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can happen. All it takes is one mistake. It could be Mateusz getting too greedy. It could be trying to shoot, being silly. What happens? You take the gilly. Okay, so I'm excited to see any scenario and how it unfolds, but I do know that these are two guys at the highest level, and I think the young gun is going to make a big statement here, boys and girls. That's all I got to say, man. I'm gonna try. I hope I try to take a colorful commentary approach here, but I want to hear the X's and O's from my boy to the right of me, the man, the myth, the man on the keys. I'm talking about piano tips over here. How we doing, Pip? Talk to the people.
That was a solid breakdown, and I'm definitely excited. It's a great fight between Gamrot and Salkilld. I mean, it's a solid fight to really test and see where Salkilld is at, because like you said, there's a lot of questions for Quilllan Salkilld. This is definitely the biggest test to see where he's at. And we're going to see on Saturday whether or not he's among the elite of the lightweight division. But, I mean, looking at Salkilld, he has been on a tear since joining the UFC. He's already gained 5 wins in the promotion. He's getting better each time. He's a solid striker, really nice kicks, likes to hand fight and pick you apart from range. But a lot of people forget about his grappling. Now, I'm happy you brought it up, because a lot of people just think this kid's a striker. No. As you said, Owen, reading the tail of the tape, he is a well-rounded fighter. And he's definitely, one thing that he's improved immensely is mixing in the takedowns with his striking. When you watch that Nazareth fight, the entries were so telegraphed and sloppy. Then you start looking at the Jamie Mullarkey fight. He's blended his shots a lot better in that side. So on the other side, you've got Gamrot, who is an elite grappler himself. But truthfully, he's got these hit or miss performances, particularly when you look at the Dan Hooker fight. I just think Salkilld presents a lot of these same problems on the feet. Even the same way he got submitted against Charles Oliveira. And don't get me wrong, all these guys are elite, but I see all that potential in Salkilld. Now, this is definitely the toughest challenge in Salkild's career. We've never seen him against this level of grappler. So either way, I think this fight's going to answer a lot of questions. Can Salkilld defend the chain wrestling? Can he get back up or create scrambles off his back? And can he do it for 5 rounds? And you know what? I'm going to say he can. I think he's going to be able to keep Gamrot at range while keeping Gamrot on the back foot. I think he's going to be able to open up the leg kicks, taking out some of that mobility. Even do work in the breaks off the clinch, just kind of blast shots right down the middle. I think we're going to see Salkilld come out here and prove apart. And I know I like what you're saying with the finish. I even think he's going to get I'm going to say he gets the rear naked choke in round 3. But Uncle Olin, how you feeling about this main event? Where you at?
It might be a clean sweep today, boys. We're starting off strong, and we're starting off long, just like our guy, Key Lime Salt Kid, as Dixon Sider thinks I said. No, Quilllan Salkilld, let's fucking go. Lazy bet in the chat today, as well as Dixon Sider and Klaus the Boss. Your boy may be a father with a one-night stand floozy. Time to gamble away every paycheck till I crash out. Ouch, brother.
Put the mortgage on it, baby.
Flussies? You little flussy.
Gamrot said he's gonna check his oil in round 1 to throw him off his game. I don't know if you heard what Quilllan said in response to that, Dixon. He said if he checks his oil, then he's gonna change Gamrot's oil. And when someone asked him, what does that even mean? He says, that just means I'm going to check his oil deeper. Which, fair play, I guess. Just doing it. What's up, boys? I'm on a trip right now, so I'll be in and out today. Pips better go 10 for 10 with his picks. Dude's on fire. Yes, he is. He is absolutely on fuego, is Pips.
Appreciate it, just doing it. We're trying. I will. I'm gonna read my bets as we go along with you because I play some bets myself this week. Few that I'm confident in. Some, I'm liking betting now. I mean, I fell in love with it. It makes the fights a lot more exciting. I'll tell you what.
We got him. We got him, boys. We got him. So
you've created a degenerate.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could say I'm sorry, but I'm actually not sorry. And look, Quilllan Salkilld is kind of the perfect storm right now, as you boys have both alluded to. 5-0 in the UFC with 4 first-round finishes, including that nasty KO of Beneil Dariush and the face crank sub of Malarkey. This kid is, he's got real one-shot power in his kicks, his hands, his knees, his elbows. Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, he can get it done anywhere it goes. He's got high volume at 5+ significant strikes per minute on average. And he's not just a striker, he's sticky in the scrambles, and he actually wants the wrestling exchanges. He doesn't shy away from them. Fun fact, guys, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you didn't know, now you know. The only decision he's gotten in the UFC, the only time he hasn't gone out there and got a finish in flashy style, let me tell you when that was. It was when he said on the mic, I'm going to show people something they haven't seen from me so far in the UFC. People think that I'm going to get gassed if it goes the distance. I'm going to show them something different from me. What is that saying, folks? He'd already had a submission. He'd already had a knockout. We won money on that, Nano. I'm not sure if you remember, but we bet on him by decision. It was easy money, and it was plus money in fucking spades. This ain't that time. He's shown us that he can get it done. And unlike many people, he doesn't get paid by the hour. He gets paid by the job. So he's going to go out there and get it done quick, and he's going to go out there and get it done sick. I got this guy winning inside the distance. I just think he's going to be too much, too fast, and no matter how much crafty veteran pressure that the machine known as Gamrot brings, and he does have elite cardio and in a grinding top game, but he also got rocked by Dan Hooker. How'd that age? Multiple times, mind you. He got put on a knee by him. So, miss me with it, brother. I'm taking Quilllan Salkilld. I'm not falling for the bait of the underdog in this one. I might fall for the underdog in some of these other ones, but I digress. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it. Let's see here. What is the next fight on the docket here? We have Stephen Asplund. Let me get the tail of the tape for this one.
Stephen Asplund is the co-main event?
Or no. Is it Billy Ray Goff? No, this is definitely not right.
I thought it was Billy Q, Diego Ferreira.
Okay, that makes way more fucking sense.
The guy to win MMAnomaly Show's most mentioned award.
I mean, honestly, Billy Q definitely wins that award easily. It's not even close. I mean, anytime we're like, somebody needs a fight at lightweight, give him Billy. Give him Billy Q. All right, we're adding this one right now. I'm going to add the next one while you guys are talking, so that way we don't have to wait for this next time. That's on me. That's on me, boys.
Hey, all good.
All right, so in the lightweight division, we have Diego Ferreira and Billy Quarantillo, or as I like to call him, Billy the Squid, Billy Q. I mean, this is, it's going to be an interesting matchup. Let's just call it as it is here. 5'9" versus 5'10", Billy being the slightly taller guy. 74-inch reach versus 70-inch reach. The longer guy being Diego Ferreira. Hell of an ape index. If Matt was in here, he'd be going nuts. He's 41 years of age, though, so he's on the wrong side of 40. Definitely on the wrong side of 40. And, I mean, in fighting terms. And Billy Q is also on the wrong side of 35. He's 37 years of age. Both orthodox fighters. We know what's going to happen in this one. Very conventional style fighting. One guy is more of a Brazilian jiu-jitsu style fighter, but he does have solid hands. The other guy is just an all-around mixed martial artist. I would also say he's got hands that are rated E for everyone. One man trains out of Fortis MMA, while the other trains out of Gracie, Tampa, South. Hip, I'm going to go to you first on this one. What are your thoughts? How do you see it playing out?
Yeah, I am so pumped to see Billy Q back in here. I mean, there's a lot of questions, though. 37 years old, coming back after a 19-month layoff due to a knee injury, and he's making his debut at lightweight. I mean, that it's enough evidence to make me not want to bet on Billy Q. But I will say it's a winnable match for him. We might see a vintage Billy Q on Saturday. Diego Ferreira is a dog no matter how the fight goes. He'll move forward, he'll trade in the pocket, and he'll bring Billy a fight. But defensively, he's just not sound. He can drop his hands, engaging in the pocket, dip forward into shots, and he doesn't have the highest output. Plus, he's not the biggest fighter at lightweight either. I mean, Billy actually has a 1-inch height advantage for whatever that's worth. So I'm going to lean on the side of Billy Q. Not because I'm super confident, but because I'm a little biased. I'm going to say Billy Q comes out here aggressive, high volume, tripling up the jabs, blitzing in, landing the hooks in the pocket, and eventually just breaks Diego down. I don't know if I'm going to kind of ride the hype here in the last few weeks, but I'm going to say Billy Q gets a finish, and I'm going to say he gets it done in round 3. But Uncle Olin, where's your head at between Diego Ferreira versus Billy Quarantillo?
Oh, man, I like Billy Q in this fight, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I got to ask you this. Like, are either of these men in their prime?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. If both men were in their prime, who do you think would win?
I'm still riding Billy Q. I'm still riding Billy Q.
In their prime, I ride Diego. But now I'm building a case here. Who is further outside of their expiration date?
Diego.
By far. It's only a 5-year difference, but that 5 years is a lifetime.
Or he's been in
Once you
wars.
get past
He's been in the
36,
UFC
37.
for like 10 years.
So long, bro. For fucking ever. Forever, my guy. I feel like we've been watching him for almost as long as we've been watching Dustin Poirier. Maybe just as long, to be completely honest. It has been a very, very long time. Wait a second. Breaking news. UFC Vegas 120, another late change to Saturday's card. Miles Johns is now taking on Gianni Vasquez at 145 pounds. Jesse Rosas is out. Wow. That's an update.
I had not heard that. I was excited to see Rosas too.
Same. Official. Olin, pull it up. Marcel tweeted it. All right, yeah. If Marcel tweeted it, I don't even need to pull it up. I believe you guys. Olin giving him a bit of street cred by pronouncing his name Quilllan. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He is the inventor of sex. That's what they say. I didn't say it. They said it. People forget how easily Malarkey got Quilllan down against the fence in round 1. You know, that is fair. Evening, fellas. Evening, Jimbo's old lady.
Hey, Jimbo's old lady.
Just doing it. Y'all need to do a 3-leg parlay every event. You 3 all pick your individual locked picks and package that. Track and see how that does after 20 events. That'd be fun. I'm going to start a separate tab on the betting tab, and I'm going to need a lock by the end of the night, boys. 3 boy and 1 parlay, like 2 girls. Nope. My guy. That's hilarious. Diego has that stopper power. I mean, he does. Gianni the Greek Vasquez.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, Gianni the Greek. What did you call him last week? That cooked hot dog? Or no, that was Tico Tech, I think. Oh, you guys crack me up. You guys crack me the fuck up. I love it. You know what else I love? I love this fight. The point I was proving is one man is far further outside of his expiration date, right? And Billy Q is currently plus money. He's moving up to 155, which I think is only going to make him even more durable and more healthy. I'm all the way in. Like, I just think that Quarantillo typically has high volume, high pressure. He's the type of guy that presents slick submissions and a very gritty, kind of like never say die style in there. Yeah, the chin got tested hard in some of those featherweight losses. But again, going up to heavyweight for Dustin Poirier made the difference in not getting dropped every single fight multiple times, right? And making him go on multiple title runs. And the long layoff for the knee injury for him, or the knee surgery, is a bit of a question mark. But the move up means he doesn't have to kill himself on the scale anymore. He's bigger, stronger, fresher. Ferreira is the aging Brazilian. He is definitely, as you guys said, he has stopping power. He's got that one-hitter quitter power and experience. But he's 41. And he's coming off back-to-back losses. And his gas tank and durability just aren't there anymore. They're not elite at this top level. I just think Billy has more paths to pressure, or more paths to victory here. He has more pressure, and he has more tools in the tool belt. Nano, are we sipping crazy Kool-Aid here, or are we all sipping the tea?
Oh, man, I love riding with my boys, man. I think we're all in sync. I think we're absolutely right. There's some justice here. I think one, hey, from a Ben perspective, you got to look at the odds, and if you're going to get Billy Q at plus odds, I think there's certainly a case to be had, right? This isn't a young buck that's surging up the rankings and isn't looking to go through Billy Q on their way up to contender status. This is like older veteran, got myself there, in Diego Ferreira, who is 41 years of age, which again, 4 years older than his opponent Billy Q, which I think every year past 35, it's almost 1.5x the years. It's like almost dog years here, ladies and gentlemen, especially in fighting years. Someone that's as active and, like Pip said too, has been in as many wars as a Diego Ferreira against some of the greats in this division or in the UFC in general. I mean, mind you, one of them being a Mateusz Rebecki not too long ago, a Michael Johnson, for example, even Mateusz Gamrot, who knocked Diego out. Mateusz is not known to be knocking people out, but yeah, here we are. So I do see a lot of people on MMA Tapology, part of the MMA community there, certainly not agreeing with us, but you never know, okay? If there's anything that's going to happen, if magic is in the air, Billy Q will find it come Saturday. So that's where I'm riding, baby. Let's go.
Let's flippin' go.
If
boys.
anybody's finding magic, it's Billy Q all day. You're damn right about that.
It's definitely Billy Q. It's going to be him. He's going to find the magic. He is the magic man. He is a friend of the program, as Lazy Bet said in the chat here. Hi, guys. Sup, chat? How you doing, Miss Mary? Hope you're doing well. Safe travels. See you soon.
Safe travels, Miss Mary.
See you soon.
See you soon.
I love you. Oh, man. So, yeah. I mean, speaking of things I love, outside of the chat, let's talk about damage. Because, you know, who doesn't love a little damage, right, boys and girls? Darren the Damage Elkins coming in against Yadier, the Cuban problem. Del Valle. Holy fucking smokes, do I hate this fight. Oh my god, I hate this fucking fight so much. It's so bad. 5'10", the taller guy, Darren Elkins. 5'9", the shorter guy. 71 inches of reach, the longer guy, Darren the Damage Elkins. 69 inches for the Cuban problem. Here's where we get a little dicey, boys and girls. The age discrepancy is a tough one here. 42 years of age for Darren the Damage Elkins, and that is a lot of damage and a lot of mileage that is built up on those tires. 30 years of age for the newcomer, the Cuban problem. Orthodox style versus southpaw. You know I'm going to say it again. There's a lot of body shots we're going to see here, folks. And then wrestling style versus, you know, I mean, there's no style. He's Mexican judo, you know? Judo know who you're fucking with. That's his style, brother. He just comes in there and fucks your shit up. He trains out of Gracie Barra, West Chase, and Darren the Damage Elkins trains out of Team Alpha Male. I believe he has switched it up a little bit for this camp. Let's see how it plays out for him. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that plays out for him, huh? Yadier Del Valle is the Cuban problem for a reason. Southpaw, black belt jiu-jitsu, and he's got first-round rear naked chokes on who? Matthews, Bulgarian. They were fairly fucking clean. Well, the Bulgarian one, maybe not so fucking clean, am I right? He's athletic. He's accurate on the feet. He's got 60% striking accuracy thus far in the UFC, and he's got real finishing instincts here. The only loss came to Jordan Levitt, who, in my opinion, is an underrated fucking gym. The guy is a beast. He's very, very solid on the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu realm. And he lost via decision, right? The wrestling pressure got to him. Elkins, the Damage, is 42 years old, endlessly tough. And he's got ugly pressure style wrestling that just ruins prospects' timelines. But the mileage, as I stated before, it's real. It's real. We were talking about the Erosa TKO before the show, I believe, boys. And man, that was a tough one. But Erosa, he's a savage in there. And he just made it real fucking nasty. And he showed you what years of wars look like of scar tissue. The path for Del Valle is fairly simple. He's got to keep it technical on the feet, use that southpaw angle to land clean. And when Elkins shoots, scramble or hit the mat and hunt a fucking choke. Elkins will look to make it dirty. He will look to drag it into the deep waters and try and drown you. But Del Valle's youth and accuracy and submission threat should pull him through. I got Del Valle by submission here, or decision, but I lean submission. The prospect will take the torch. It won't be passed. He will take it from the veteran. Nano, what do you think about this one, brother?
Yeah, brother, I'm thinking the same thing you are. I'm thinking it's going to be a changing of the tide again here. I don't love that Darren Elkins is going out on what is essentially his farewell tour. A guy that knows he's going to retire after the fight. I mean, I know you want to win every fight just as a competitor, but doesn't look great. However, he is fine with Team Alpha Male. Shout out my team out there in Sacramento. Uriah Faber and the boys, I know, are going to deploy a great game plan. But the reality is, when you get hit from a young, powerful punch, not young, powerful punch, but just a fast, heavy hand that you just really don't see coming time after time again, eventually the lights will go out. And I think, like we kind of talked about even offline too, with Darren Elkins, it's just the better of his days are far behind him, and he's going in against a young Cuban Missile that is surging. He's in the prime of his life at 30 years of age, coming off a tough loss too. I know he wants to go out there and avenge it. And Dixon Sider has a great comment as well. I don't know if you already mentioned that. The Fraudier Del Valle, my apologies, did an interview with Danny Segura in Spanish and said, full disclosure, he's 100% coming to strike and TKO Elkins. Zero intention in grappling or wrestling. Do of that info what you wish. Thank you, Dixon. Side her.
Can I interject based on that real quick before you pass it to Pip? Because I want to get both your takes on this. I kind of feel like he's floating the odds, because as of right now, if you bet him by knockout or TKO or DQ, it's the only prop bet for him to win that's minus money. And he's not likely to get a knockout win on this guy. So why is that not plus money? But you have plus money now on the submission and plus money now on the decision.
Was he not already a part of the other?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Coincidence? I think not.
Brother.
There it is.
Come on.
Yeah, guess who was that? Belgarian? Isaac Belgarian?
Yeah, Bulgarian. Isaac
Bulgarian, yeah.
We're like, I suck, Bulgarian. Am I right, guys? How are you not going to drive through on a takedown like that? You had him dead to rights, bro.
That's a good shout, Nato.
Man. I knew it.
White belt
I
shit,
love
bro.
conspiracies as much as the next guy. My radar was going off.
I forgot to grab my tinfoil. I would have the hat on right now.
What do you think, Pip? Are we talking crazy or what? As I dish it over to you, my brother.
No, I mean, let me say that I agree with everything that you boys said, but I'm going to try to have a little bit more fun, because I feel like when you think about Elkins versus Del Valle, what up, gang? Refresh YouTube and saw you were live. Shout out Tico Tech. We're happy to have you. But I feel like on paper, it's a pretty one-sided matchup. But I feel like when you look at Darren Elkins' relentless type of style versus a much less experienced Yadier, it kind of makes it a little interesting. I mean, he fought, the one time he fought a solid grappler was against Jordan Levitt, and he just got controlled. And that's kind of Darren Elkins' sole purpose, is to maybe land a few big shots and then time the takedown. And from there, just kind of smash you with guard. But Del Valle, I've noticed, is not the most accurate striker. He's more effective utilizing a similar style. I mean, he'll kind of look for big moments in the pocket. From there, he'll either hunt you down, go to the ground, chase the finish, or go for the submission. I think he's only got 2 knockouts. One of them was ground and pound, but he does have a handful of submissions. I feel like submissions, with it being plus money, I feel like submissions not out of the world. I could definitely see that happening. So I'm going to trust the... I am going to go with the fact that he did take a lot of damage in that Erosa fight, and you saw that. I didn't like how he looked. At 42 years old, he just doesn't take the damage like he used to. As soon as Elkin got hit with that up kick, like we were talking about off stage, he was just kind of fighting on instinct, essentially. Just his biggest strength to his ability to absorb damage has essentially just become his greatest weakness. So I'm going to trust the 10-1, 30-year-old prospect, making some adjustments, comes out here, gets a dominant finish. Give me Del Valle by knockout in round 1.
Yeah, I'm definitely not mad at that at all, my guy. I mean, round 1. What are the odds on that? Oh, yeah, round 1 minus 105. But if you take him by submission, plus 210.
It's interesting.
You get,
Submission's
you get what I'm
not out of
saying?
this world, too. Especially if you want to juice it up a little bit.
And yeah, lazy. I don't know that guy. And those are pretty out-of-pocket comments for a first-timer. So put him in timeout. I didn't ban him, but I put him in timeout. Little timeout. Time of the corner. Not sure if you saw this comment from Tico. Vibe Turkey. Where's the cowboy hat, bro?
What up, Tico? I was looking around. I do not have it on my person. And I don't. That's all I have to say about that. I apologize. And
it happens, bro.
It's on me. I haven't gone home to Sacramento to get it, nor have I ordered one since Tuesday. So I will certainly get it on the radar. I do have a bandana here. You want to put this bandana on?
You did miss all the jokes. We actually mentioned you.
There's a whole thing, but about Billy Q we had. You want this?
Holy shit! Do we have Down Vato on the show right now?
Oh, we're talking.
Josh Hogan, fucking Down Vato.
I was just thinking, I said we got Hogan on the show. We had
Am I
Guru.
invited to the quinceañera?
We had Guru last show. Now we got Hogan. Oh my god,
dude!
We might have my future Halloween costume of the year here, ladies and gentlemen, because it is Josh. Okay, I don't even know. I don't want to get clipped.
You gotta do the Down Vato.
I'm gonna get a cease and desist.
I know that. It was low hanging fruit. I know that.
Ay. Too funny.
You have
No,
a
please
striking
find it. Thank you for
resemblance to
looking.
Josh Hogan.
Honestly, it's no cowboy hat, but you know what? It'll hold me over for now. LMAO. Love that.
There we go. We'll take. I love that. We'll take that.
And we missed this one earlier. One last dance for the damage. Come on, baby. We love that. I mean, it is his last fight. We are excited to see him fight. But I digress. It's sad stuff for the kid. Or the man. He's not a kid anymore. He is not a kid anymore, boys. Speaking of someone who's not a kid anymore, we're going to talk about a women's strawweight fight now, shall we? It's a fight between Amanda Lemos and Alexia Bargoshwinya Thainara. What a fun fucking name to say. And what a fun haircut. Now, I like the little one blonde bit in there. It's kind of like Rogue from X-Men, but different. So this is going to be a very fun matchup. Kind of another passing of the torch back-to-back here, this time in the women's strawweight division. 65-inch reach versus 67 inches of reach in favor of Bargoshwinya. 30 years of age versus 39 years of age, the elder being Amanda Lemos. Southpaw versus Orthodox. Man, a lot of similarities here. Going to be a lot of body shots. And then you have a striker versus, I would say Alexia's probably a striker as well. She's long, she's strong, she's down to get the friction on. She trains with the Hibas family, whereas Amanda Lemos trains out of Marajo Brothers Gym. I think if we're learning anything as we get these tail of the tapes from Leroy, it's that people that train with families and brothers, they don't do as well these days. So you could probably guess where I'm leaning. But Pip, I'll let you take the lead on this one. Take some of the meat off the bone, brother.
No, I feel like the women's division in the UFC has been putting on some great fights recently, and this is another one that I don't really see disappointing. It's a grappler versus striker matchup. It's a really good test for Alexia Thainara, and I'm really high on her right now. She's riding a 12-fight win streak, pretty much dominating everyone she's fighting. And Lemos now on a 2-fight skid, but she's still giving these girls hard fights. She's had a lot of moments in her last fight, especially against Jillian. She was able to chop the legs, really nice timing, even reverse some of the takedowns from Jillian. With that being said, we saw Jillian lose a lot of those positions while getting a tad overzealous, and Alexia is a lot more composed than Jillian. She'll hold you in full guard. She'll use that can opener style to set up those elbows, slowly work her way to more dominant positions. Alexia does a phenomenal job as well at catching the kicks and sweeping you to end up on top. And one thing that I do think will kind of shut down a lot of the part of Lemos' game there, she's primarily a boxer, but she does use the teep kicks to kind of keep you at range. She will chop at the legs. I think Thainara will be able to kind of catch those kicks, and I think not being able to use that part of your game can kind of compromise the rest of your style. I think Lemos wants to fight at range, utilize, Alexia's going to be able to utilize her own kicks, and either kind of create spots for her to shoot, back Amanda up against the cage, gaining control or scoring takedowns that way. I just think we see Alexia with an onslaught of takedowns, Amanda spending more time defending or trying to get back to her feet than actually scoring points and accumulating damage. So give me Alexia Thainara by getting the unanimous decision by just a grappling clinic. But Nano, how you feeling about this matchup?
Yeah, I love what I mean, obviously we're gonna, I guess, agree on one way or another. I'll agree. Well, two of us might end up agreeing, but I love what we're all in sync here, man. I couldn't agree more with you. I think you had a great breakdown. I'm seeing it the same way. I think it's a little bit of just the younger, fresher, more springy fighter here in Alexia that's going to go out there and really demonstrate those skills, kind of more new school in her approach, a little bit more unorthodox and switching stances, but most importantly, goes out there, brings violence, and has a great, very impressive 14-1 record. I mean, it's just hard for me to look at her resume and really point any other direction than her getting it done and continuing to climb the rankings. And Amanda Lemos, who once fought for the title, feels like forever ago, right, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, she's coming off back-to-back losses against tough girls, though, right? I mean, Tatiana Suarez, dog. Jillian Robertson, dog. Okay. And, I mean, did I even mention Verna Yanderova? Dog. All dogs. Okay, I'm being a little facetious here with the clip that I'm referencing, but listen, y'all, I do think that the common theme here so far that I'm seeing is the age gap in these fighters that are going up against each other. It's a changing of the tide. Okay, I think that is my theme all throughout this main card so far, and I'm not going to look to make any different opinions here. I'm going to continue to go with the grain, not against it, and I'm going to dish it over to MMAnomaly to bring us home on why I assume we're going to have another clean sweep here, unless... Okay, there we go. Okay, I was talking crazy. I know that. Tell the people how you feel about it.
Don't be crazy. Yeah, man, I feel the same way as you guys. I mean, I can't remember the last time we've had a card, I mean, this many cards, I should say, where we just agree so fucking much. We've had 3 out of, like, the last 5 where we are just firing on all cylinders, boys. I'm going to do a quick shot because I haven't yet this show. Cheers, folks. If you're drinking, drink with me. If not, that's fine too. You could do a Nilla Coke, a water, whatever you choose. Raw dog, some air for all I care. As long as you like, comment, subscribe, and smash that bell for notifications. We hope you're enjoying the show, and we hope you enjoy these fights. Cheers.
Salute.
Feel free to sponsor us anytime, Nilla Cola.
Absolutely. And Jameson, we'll take a sponsorship there. I mean, Mountain Dew Baja Blast. We're always getting Baja Blasted on here. Am I right? Oh, man. Put some respect on adulthood, calling everyone kid. Lazy bed. This is why I love you, brother. Always got my back. In Portuguese, Borgoshwinia literally means little Portuguese girl. Or little bourgeois girl. Or young, middle to upper class female.
Huh.
Interesting.
That is very interesting. I like it.
Quite peculiar. We want to see Pip replicate Thainara's walkout choreography on next week's recap show.
Bro, she does walk out wild. You talk about the fucking, like she gets fucking crazy.
She gets into it, dog.
Walking out, dude. She gets into it.
Fun fact. The first time she fought, I think it was when she made her debut in the UFC. We were in a hotel about to go see your cousin Jake. I know. And we were going to go watch the fights there. But Drew was hanging out with us for a little bit. We were pre-gaming. We had a bottle of Jameson pouring up shots. We did far too many, and we also had mixed drinks at the brunch thing that we went to. In a bacon old-fashioned. How could you not have 3?
Oh, baby.
So, yeah, they make it with bacon grease. It was fantastic. So, anyways, we're hammered. And Mary's like, dude, this chick's wasting so much energy. She's going to be gassed by the time she walks out there. And then she did what she did, and Mary's like, I might have to draft this chick on fantasy. She's fantastic. She actually did get drafted for the first time this season. I don't remember who got her, but if it wasn't Mary, shame, I know your name. We want to see Pip replicate it. For damn sure we do. LMAO, Dixon is right. I support this. All eyes on you, Pip.
I tried my best, Tico.
When he eats dinner, he's an MMAnomaly. That's a fact. I really am.
Nice.
When Pip's talking about fights, he's an MMAnomaly. He takes all the meat off the bones. He can be Pip's choreography tips. I love that. About to take a swig of this ginger lemon kombucha with y'all. Let's fucking get it, brother. Get that gut health, son. How about that? You go run tell that, son.
Just be careful.
Or adult man. So look, Alexia Thainara, rising Brazilian force at strawweight. I believe she's undefeated in the UFC. Dominant decisions. Slick RNC on Molly the Meatball McCann, which I didn't know you could choke a meatball, but she did it. She's got elite takedown defense, basically 100%. High control time when she wants it, and a well-rounded game that mixes volume and striking with grappling. I mean, dare I say, she mixes the martial arts, doesn't she? She does it quite well. Now, Lemos still does have scary power and experience as a former title challenger, but she's 39 years old. She's coming off consecutive decision losses, and that explosiveness is not the same. She might be the first person that had power leave them before speed did. You know what I mean? They say power is the last thing to go, but maybe not so much with somebody like her, because it's gone. It's fucking gone, boys. It's not there anymore. And I think she needs power to combat somebody like Alexia Thainara. I think Alexia is going to really draw this out, use her reach, use her range, and use her power to dictate and lead the dance here. I could see this going to a TKO kind of victory in the late rounds, or I could see it just going to a very, very violent, very decisive decision win. We're all on board here, boys. Toot the fucking train. And you know what? Let's have some fun with it. Let's see. So we got Yadier de Valle. We agree on Billy Q. We agree on Quilllan Salkilld. And we agree on... Oh, what the... Is it not letting me bet on him? Oh, just kidding. There we go. And then Alexia. Oh, dude, plus 545? Yeah, we're going to do a half unit on that.
Yeah, I can't spoil the other name, but I actually have a parlay right now with Alexia Thainara and Valle.
There we go.
Yeah, half unit gets you 2.73 units back. So if you're playing with $50 units, you put 25 on it, you get 136 back in pure profit.
I think Alexia Thainara is probably my lock of the week. I think right now she's the favorite, but she's still my lock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a lock parlay, the MMAnomaly Show lock parlay, and we're gonna see how we do on that. I'm gonna add those on a separate tab in the betting doc. I also need to update that for the last 2 weeks. My bad, boys. It's been fucking busy as fuck for work. I digress. Let's move into the next fight, and it is Billy Ray Goff coming into the welterweight division to face the newcomer Ty Thriller Miller. Nano, I'm sure you remember this when we were drafting last season for fantasy, not this current season, but last season, season 4, I believe it was. Drew, who, I mean, would tell you he doesn't watch a lot of prelims these days even, drafted Ty Miller before he even debuted in the UFC, and I'm like, who the fuck did you just draft? And that guy got him like over 100 points. So good on him. Good on him. I thought he was going to win the fucking season till Nano came out of nowhere. Didn't even see that guy back there.
That's right.
Fucking come from behind victory. Anyways, Billy Ray Goff, 5'10". Ty the Thriller Miller. No wonder he's a thriller. He's also a killer, and he's 6'2". He has a 77-inch reach, coming in against a man with a 72-inch reach. Not a boy, a man, not a kid, a man. That's for you, Tico Tech, in the chat. Age 28 for the older man, Billy Ray Goff. See how I said that? Older man, not older kid. Ty Miller is 26 years of age. He's a growing man. Orthodox versus switch style fighter here. You got a real mixed martial artist versus a guy who, you know, he makes his own style. He's a fucking thriller. He's a killer. He fights out of Fit NHB. That can't be real. And his opponent fights out of Team Dexter Vale-Tudo. Man, if she don't know Vale-Tudo, she's too young for you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
No, that actually does apply for you. Pip, not so much. You're fucking Ty Miller's age. So I digress. We'll go to Nano first on this one. How do you see this one playing out, brother?
I appreciate it, brother. I think this is gonna be an interesting bout. It is Drew's hidden gem, if you will, from last season. Though I was and up on top, I do like the pick. Right, he had a good bird's eye. He's continued to do it good in the fantasy, but all fantasy season aside, man, this matchup certainly makes for an interesting one. We got Ty Miller coming off some exciting wins, going in against a Billy Ray Goff. And that is not Miley Cyrus's dad. that is not that this is somebody that will go out there and achy breaky your heart, because he is on back-to-back losses. He is flying out of Connecticut, 28 years old, so he's just a couple years older, but gonna have 5-inch reach disadvantage here. I think Ty Miller's going to use that to his advantage. He's tall, lengthy, has really good strikes, and I think Billy Ray Goff's going to have a really hard time getting inside and dealing with that size and just ferociousness that this undefeated fighter poses. And sometimes there's one of those things, man. When you're undefeated and you're 26 years old, you don't know any better. You don't know what you don't know. And I think he's going to continue to be a bit naive. Ignorance is bliss, okay? And he's going to go out there and do the damn thing. That's all I'm saying. Bit, come on, man. Lay it on us. Give us a true breakdown of how you see this one going down.
It's a really fun matchup. Ty Miller, the undefeated prospect at 7-0, and then Billy Ray Goff, who's coming off back-to-back losses, as you guys mentioned. I mean, Ty Miller has been a guy that's impressed me. He's very efficient with the striking. He does not waste movement. He kind of just does what he needs to. He's tight, sharp, fast combinations, whereas Billy Goff is kind of bouncing all over the place, wild shots in the pocket. He's very explosive. I'm backing Ty Miller, though. He does such a good job at pulling you into the straights. Really nice double jab and cross combinations. Even when you watch Billy's fights, the ones he's winning, he's rushing in, he gets caught by straights, throws a lot of naked leg kicks, he dips his head, throws in wild combinations. I think there are just too many openings for Ty Miller not to catch Billy. Not saying Billy doesn't have a puncher's chance, but Ty has a good chin on him in the same sense. We saw him eat a flush spinning elbow in the Addit Fugit fight, and then put him out cold 8 seconds later. So I like what I see from Ty Miller. I think he's a guy to keep an eye on. Give me Ty Miller by knockout in round 2. He is another one of my lock. I didn't want to spoil the other name, but yeah, it was he's on that parlay with Alexia Thainara. I'm just saying. Uncle Olin, how you feeling?
Yeah, like I said, I'm feeling the same way, man. I genuinely think that Ty Miller is a thriller for a reason that he's got that nickname. Undefeated prospect, got real tools inside the octagon. With the height and reach advantage, the boxing background, former Golden Gloves champion there, and first round TKO of Adam Fugit. I mean, more like Adam Fugit. Forget about it. In his UFC debut, that was nasty. High volume, good defense, and he keeps the fight where he wants it when he wants it there. Goff is he's tough to bet on, right? Nano said it himself. He's coming off back-to-back losses. He's not looking great. He's on a 2-fight skid, guillotine loss to Brahimaj, and decision loss to Waters. I mean, the chin has shown cracks, to say the least. I think the path to victory here for Miller is fairly obvious. He's going to use the jab, use the reach, keep Goff off of him, keep him at the end of his punches, and just set up big shots until he ultimately gets the finish here. I definitely see him getting the finish inside the distance. Jumping into the chat, Miller's a solid prospect, was a very nice LFA, was very nice in LFA, former Golden Gloves. Son is kid adjacent, unbelievable, says Tico Tech. Meanwhile, last week we were calling Vologden a literal child. LOL, yeah, we were. Wait till we talk about Kyler Phillips when he fights again. I mean, he looks like the Gerber baby with a Photoshop beard. I said Nana was so good. He's truly the Anik of the show. I meant to say show, but I mean Anik of the flow with the color commentary also works. Lazy Bed said, been hearing some talk about Goff. May want to keep an eye on the weigh-ins tomorrow. Good insight, Lazy. Appreciate you. Tico says, Anik-esque, Joe. Just needs to comment on something deeply private about a fighter's life to truly Anik it up. I mean, throw in some allegations, bro. Throw in some talk of child support.
But they own a bakery.
Kyler Phillips is a grown man with 3-month-old's head grafted onto his torso. 100%. 100%. Every time he's fighting, Mary's like, oh, is this the Gerber baby guy? It is. It is the Gerber baby guy. Yeah, we're rocking again, boys. We're rocking with the same guy again. I feel like it's possibly going to be a quick show, possibly going to be a boring show. I digress either way. We got another fight to talk about now, boys. And it is Steven Concrete Asplund coming in against Guilherme Kong Pat. Man, a 15-pound advantage in weight, a virtually identical height of 6'5". The reach advantage goes to the Kong, which, you know, apropos, ape index is definitely there. It's ape indexing. 28 years of age to 32 years of age. Both men are orthodox. Neither man has a fight style. One guy doesn't even have a gym, apparently, and the other guy trains at a Minnesota top team. He's from Minnesota. He also used to weigh 500 pounds, did Concrete Steven Asplund. But apparently he mixed some extra water with that concrete and lost some weight. Nano, what are your thoughts on this one, brother? How do you see it playing out between these two at heavyweight?
Man, well, every heavyweight matchup lately has felt like an absolute barn burner. They're on a hot streak. Great nicknames here from both these gentlemen. And I did like Guilherme Pat in his previous fights, even though he did come up that loss against the Thomas Peterson about 4 months ago. Prior to that, he did beat an Alan Fry Jr. But that's enough praises about him. I'm going with the man, the myth, the legend, Steven Asplund, a.k.a. Concrete. I mean, one of the best nicknames. And then you look at him, dude looks like he's one of those concrete trucks is how he's built. Dude's just all freaking hardness and a little bit of floppiness around there, but you just got to mold them out, right? It smooths out once you give it a little TLC. And I think that's what we're going to get here from the Minnesotan. I do think that his pace and his toughness and his tenacity and his mic presence, I think everything about this Steven Asplund just screams superstar. At a minimum, just someone I want to root for. Okay, I think all things considered, the dude has just about the same skill set, if not more. Maybe you can give the Brazilian Guilherme the grappling advantage and maybe a little bit more athleticism, but this isn't about looks, ladies and gentlemen. This is about toughness. This is about who has that grittiness, who can really dig deep and look no further than the concrete truck and the concrete man himself, okay? So that's where my head's at. I'm going with Steven Asplund. I'm excited to hear you both break down. I'm assuming we're all going to be in the same boat here, but I'm curious to see if one of y'all are going to be swimming up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. Pip, over to you, brother. Please break it down for the people. Give them what they want. How you feeling about this heavyweight matchup?
I love how you're seeing it. It's definitely a fan favorite guy. I mean, he's really taken the UFC by storm at this point. Coming off a loss to Vitor Petrino, I can't say he lost any momentum in that fight. He had a lot of big moments. He dropped Vitor early in that fight. Also ate some shots, showing that he's hard to put away. He was able to defend most of the grappling exchanges. You can just tell Steven Asplund is a real fighter. The way he talks, his story, he just seems free when he's fighting, which I think is kind of frightening if I'm being totally honest with you. But I mean, his last fight, I think, is only a lesson. I feel like Pat is kind of like Petrino light in a sense. They kind of have a similar style. He just doesn't have the grappling. Pat usually kind of catches guys walking forward with no offense. Steven, on the other hand, does not stop throwing. I've called him the heavyweight Diaz before, and I'm not turning on that now. Pat leaves a lot of openings. He got dropped by Thomas Patterson, and even by Alan Fry. Pat was getting pieced up in the pocket against Alan Fry. Pat is more of a rangy striker. I think he could maybe land a few straight hands through the guard. But over 15 minutes, I think Asplund's going to wear him down in the pocket. Just constant volume. This is not Asplund style at all, but I could also see him using some clinch work, just considering how much Pat struggled in the clinching in some of his last fights. So just kind of adding some of that dirty boxing in the combinations. I think Asplund's got multiple ways to win this fight. I think Asplund's going to drown Pat through 3 rounds. The question I actually keep asking is, does it go the full 3 rounds? Because I could see in a perfect area where Asplund just kind of piecing him up and he coasts for 3 rounds and does his work, and Pat's going to be hard to put away. But I like where Steven's going. I think he's what he did to Vitor Petrino, who's a top 15 guy right now. I think he's going to put him away. I'm going to say it's going to go late. I'm going to say it's going to be a TKO in round 3, though.
I love that you call the rounds almost every fucking time, bro. That's lightweight
pinpoint accuracy. It's impressive.
It's impressive. It's impressive. I love the confidence. I love the confidence in the fucking picks, my guy.
Appreciate it.
When it comes to this one, I mean, Asplund is pure heavyweight violence, right? Like, when is the last time, Pip or Nano, that you recall seeing a heavyweight fighter in a 15-minute fight, not even actually, sorry, an 8-minute and 49-second fight, throw and land 172 strikes?
Can't recall.
Yeah, that's how many he landed. He threw 294.
Jeez.
A heavyweight that threw almost 300 strikes in less than 10 minutes. Most heavyweights fail to throw that in a 25-minute title fight. This guy is heavyweight violence personified, high volume pressure, heavy hands, and I mean, he's basically a Fat Max Holloway. Let's just call a spade here. He's Fat Holloway. That's his style. He just throws nonstop. He landed a shit ton of strikes, even though he lost to Petrino. He landed over 70 in that fight, which, again, more than most heavyweight fighters land combined in a fucking 15-minute fight. Pat is a big Brazilian guy with reach and power. You know, he looked a step slow in the Peterson loss, and he doesn't really match Asplund's pace. I think Asplund is going to walk him down immediately, force the exchanges, and overwhelm him with volume across the distance of this fight, boys. I think elbows in the clinch are going to be happening early and often, and I think Pat is going to try and keep it long and keep the distance with the ape index that he does bring to the table, but I mean, Snack Holloway is going to get him done. Snacks Holloway!
Fantastic name. Fantastic name, ladies.
That should be his nickname. That's fan-fucking-tastic, bro. It's so good. And Mary is right. He is the Gerber baby. LazyBed says, we need some dissension in the ranks. Who will play Devil's Avocado? Stay tuned to see on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. I mean, could be Asplund.
That's how you know you watched the show right there.
Titties is a dog. His volume is very impressive. Yeah, absolutely it is. Am I still timed out? Let's go. You're not. You're not.
Welcome back.
Sup? Rose is pulled out. Thanks, Rangy. Just pulling up, dropping bombs. Appreciate you. The Brazilian is going to spark him.
Wild way to enter the chat.
Sup? Rose was pulled out. Fucking pussies. I mean, that was certainly a thing. The Brazilian is going to spark him because of his full panel sweep for Asplund. I mean, don't say that. Asplund KO is a max bet. Let's look at the odds. Let's check the odds, shall we?
Odds. Let's.
I hate that Bet Online has them all out of order. So fucking bad. There we go. Asplund. Oh. Asplund by knockout is actually plus 110. Think of 2 units on that.
Not bad.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, honestly. Like,
I was looking to see if I put a bet on that. If not, I got to do that.
2 units to win 220 back in pure profit. So again, if your units are $50, you put 2 of those on there. It's $100. You get 110 back in pure profit. So 210 back in your bank account or in your betting account. I like it. I'm locking that one in. I think it's fucking great.
Right now too.
Lock it.
LazyBed said, you know it's going to happen, Tico. Too much agreement. We care about the rounds. We do care about the rounds. Friends don't let friends bet on bums like Pat, who won't throw 30 significant strikes in 15 minutes. He's a bona fide scrub. And then Rain kicked the door open and left. Probably flicked a cigarette butt at us. I mean, he definitely did. It was plus 150? Fuck.
I just got it for plus 140.
Holy shit, that was cool. Yeah. That's basically how we felt about him answering. That's basically how we felt about that. Should I eat salt and vinegar chips or chili lime? Salt and vinegar. Underrated gem of the chip family.
I like some salt and vinegar chips.
I hadn't had a bag in many years, and I had one the other day, and I was like, dude, what have I been doing with my life?
Sometimes you just forget what you're missing, you know?
They're so good, dude.
Yeah.
So good. That and like just the classic Ruffles cheddar sour cream. My goodness.
I don't like
so
cheese.
Simple. So good. Oh, wow.
Interesting. Oh, yeah, you don't like...
And that was Pip,
Pizza,
folks.
I
That was
forgot.
Pip. He unfortunately had to go. He did have to go.
He does do the non-cheese pizzas. I forget. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kidding. He does do no cheese pizzas, though. We talked about that. We did talk about that. Full panel sweep on salt and vinegar. I'm going chili lime. Thanks. You fucking cocksucker. What an asshole, dude. What an asshole. What an asshole.
Well, it's fair enough.
Speaking of assholes, let's talk about 2 guys that hopefully are not assholes. We're talking about the light heavyweight division fight between Bruno Lopes and Diyar Nurgozhay. This is a 205-pound contested fight. 6'2" versus 6'2", virtually identical. 74-inch reach versus 74-inch reach, virtually identical. 33 years of age versus 29. I mean, fairly close. Orthodox southpaw, we get a little bit of differentiation there. Both men are certainly mixed martial artists, but no recorded fight style apparently. 011 fight or MMA team for Bruno Lopes and Arlon MMA Pro Team, which sounds like it's out of a comic book of sorts, for Diyar Nurgozhay. Hip, I'm going to go to you first on this one. Talk to the people. Tell them what they want to hear. Is this fight of the night? And how do you see it going?
It's interesting. It's a fight. I'm not really sure how to sell this one, so I'm not really going to try, if I'm being totally honest with you. We've got Lopes coming off back-to-back knockout losses, and Nurgozhay coming off his first win, but not without controversy. I will say that. There was a few fence grabs. There was a low blow. He showed a lot of improvement, but we all know Nurgozhay's biggest issue. It's the grappling. In his last fight, when he wasn't cheating, he did show a little bit of improvements, right? He was able to fight the hands. He was able to get off the cage, even reversed a few positions on the mat. At 29 years old, I like the way I'm seeing him progress. So I'm very curious to see how he handles a more relentless approach. And now, I mentioned Lopes is on back-to-back losses, but I have to say, one of those was against Navajo Sterling, right? He actually had moments in that fight. He had some slick counters, good pressure, just couldn't really get his takedowns going, and ultimately he got picked apart. But then you go back and watch the Dustin Jacoby fight, right? What started the finishing sequence was a fucking jab. So I feel like my boy can be a little too chinny. At 33 years old, I don't know if we see him, fine-tuning his style. So I gotta lean with Nurgozhay, right? I like his defensive grappling. It looked a little bit improved. I like it overall, but it looked a little improved from where we've seen him, especially since his first 2 losses in the UFC were submissions. I would imagine it's something that he's been working on considerably. And on the feet, I just think he can be a lot more active. I mean, use those teep kicks to keep Lopes at range. Use that jab. Just kind of find those harder shots. So give me Nurgozhay. I'm going to say he gets it done by unanimous decision. But Uncle Olin, how you feeling about this?
I'm right there with you, bro. We're riding in the same ship here. Nurgozhay is the Kazakh southpaw with real power and improving fight IQ. The decision win over Tobias showed that he can really go the distance and control the range while doing so. And then the head kick KO in the Contender Series was a highlight reel worthy, right? Lopes has experience, but he's coming off back-to-back TKOs. He's looked fragile under pressure, and I genuinely think that Nurgozhay is going to use the southpaw stance to land the left hand and the kicks and just keep it technical. As you stated, we've seen Homie get dropped by a jab. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him get dropped by another one in this one. Nurgozhay has fucking power, and I think that Bruno's best option here is to shoot sloppy takedowns. And if he does that, he's going to eat a hook for his troubles and go to sleep. So give me Nurgozhay, give me him inside the distance. I think this is almost a no-brainer, but I don't want to say that with too much confidence, just in case Nano's sipping some crazy juice here. How you feeling, brother?
Nah, man, I think I'm feeling the same way. I love when we're all high minding here. I do think that the Kazakhstani fighter is the way to go. But I do want to acknowledge that, the Brazilian, those losses to a Dustin Jacoby and Navajo Sterling, let's give him some credit here, right? Navajo Sterling's quickly rising to the top of the division, and Dustin Jacoby's always game. So I do expect it maybe to be a little bit closer than expected, but I certainly think the Kazakhstan is where my money is, where I would feel most confident putting my name, my brand on the line, okay? My integrity, everything, all the marbles, all the chips, salt, lime, honey mustard, vinegar, oil, salt, whatever you want. Any type of chip. Okay? I'm all for it.
I fucking love that.
Mustard. Oh, yeah. Come on.
The honey mustard chips go hard. Those are another like
the Kettle one
gem.
Specifically. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
I had the Kettle ones for the first time recently. Fucking fire. I ate too many potato chips. It's a problem. It's a problem. IckyZay728. Welcome to the chat, by the way, brother. Sorry I put you in timeout. Don't want to get in trouble on the YouTubes. But Juliana Miller sub is another max bet. I'm not going to put 2 units on it, but I did put 1 on it, and I love where your head's at. Diyar KO. Love that. Let's check that one out. Because I haven't actually looked at the odds on him by KO. I just know it's damn near pick'em. It's plus 115 to minus 135. So fairly close odds in general. Diyar by KO is plus 115 for us right now.
Okay.
A whole unit on that?
I put Diyar on Nurgozhay. I put him on money line just because I'm not super confident that he does get the finish, but I could see it. I'm not mad. I'm not going to argue your reasoning.
I'm going to do a half unit on that. I feel safer doing that.
There we go.
It's all fuck you money anyways, though, the money we bet with. So we're up hella units from last year. Kazakhs all day. I will cheer for a Kazakh. They have one of the coolest flags of all nations, too. I agree with that. Sup, goats? Sup, Useless? My guy. Hopefully, we're going to have Useless on the channel next Tuesday for the Dana White's Contender Series live watch along. So make sure you tune in for that.
Let's go.
Lazy Bed MMA. Some of the best hats on those Kazakhs, too. I agree with that. They have the coolest hats. I always tell Mary, be careful who you pick in this fight. One of them's a cool hat guy. True Kazakhs have drip. Yeah, they do. They definitely do.
They do.
Nerd KOs for me. Yeah. Let's go, Rangy. They have amazing winter coats. I agree with that. And just hard-ass pictures with, like, falcons and ravens and shit on them. Cool hat on walkout is an instant 15% boost in win percentage. I agree. It's like plus 10% to all grappling attributes. Jay Locks, my guy. What's up, brother? Nano needs to read that comment because he could totally come out with a cool cowboy hat and improve his picks by 15%. I do agree. I don't disagree.
Here we go. Might be onto something there. Might have a new bit.
Taki's first time recently. Wow. Yeah, Takis go hard, bro. They're hella good.
Time. Yeah, let us know how you feel. That's interesting.
My little sister got me on the blue ones. They're really good. I do feel like they taste different in a very weird way.
Yeah, solid but different.
Yeah. That's true, Tico. Cowboy hat has the same aura boost for Americans unless your name is Andrea KGB Lee. Fun fact, I went to a Avenged Sevenfold concert with her many years ago. She also totaled one of my homies' cars. She wasn't paying attention at an intersection. She's dope.
She totaled it?
Totaled it. T-boned him. Like, they were driving past a grocery store. He was on a green light. She ran a red light, and then it was bad. Yeah. LMAO totaled it with a cowboy hat on, I bet. Probably. She probably said, yeah, when it happened.
Hate to see it.
One can only hope. Oh, man. Yeah, so I feel like we're all in the same headspace on this one. Let's see if we're in the same headspace on this next one. It's a pretty weird matchup, if I'm being completely honest here, boys. I have gone back and forth on this one a handful of times myself. So I'm quite frankly looking forward to seeing kind of how you feel about this one. And I did forget to save the file for it, but I'm doing that right now. Boom. We're talking about a Vanilla Gorilla, boys. This is the second UFC fighter, I believe, to have this nickname. I believe. So we have Louie Sutherland, Vanilla Gorilla 2.0, not much of a 2.0, versus Henrique da Silva Lopes. What a mouthful. Montanha is his nickname. I like that a lot. 20-pound difference here as far as weight. The heavier man being the Gorilla. That makes sense. Both 6'3". One man has no reach. T-Rex. The TRT Rex is Henrique da Silva Lopes here in this one. Versus a 76-inch reach for the Gorilla. Older man being Henrique da Silva Lopes. Montanha. He has no stance, just like he has no reach. Fighting an orthodox fighter. He has no style. Where they're going, they don't need styles. That's why Vanilla Gorilla doesn't have one either. He just goes apeshit. That's what they call his style. It's crazy because we have a bit of an animal versus animal matchup here, right? Team Titan. Kind of like Teen Titan. He turns into a gorilla when he gets in the octagon. The other guy trains with rhinos. That's right, folks. His gym is BH Rhinos. So get ready for a wild fight. Pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Wild fight. No? I'll get you next time. Pip, you look like you're excited to talk about this one. What do you think, bro?
I mean, I don't know where to begin with this matchup. I mean, you've got Louie Sutherland, now coming off a competitive fight with Tai Tuivasa, which, let's be honest, should not have been as back and forth as it was. Got knocked out twice before that. And right now, if the best win of your professional career is a 2026 Tai Tuivasa, I can't say that I have much confidence in you with that. But with that being said, I mean, you look at Montanha, he's got a similar style, but just a little bit of a better grappling base. I think he swings big, but he does have a target. He's got pretty fast hands, whereas Sutherland will kind of look down and what I can only call windmill punches. I mean, Jose can kind of, he can mix in the takedowns a little bit, hunt for submissions, just kind of smother you on the ground. I really just think Montana has the better overall technique. I just think he's going to be significantly faster. I think we're going to see Montana be able to outwork Sutherland and just land the harder, more damaging shots before Louie can land his. So give me Montana by, I think it's going to be a club and sub, round 2. Lands with the right hand and then maybe gets the rear naked choke. But either way, I mean, credit to the UFC. We're trying to give more and more talent to a very depleted heavyweight division. But Nano, how you feeling about this matchup?
I like it, brother. I like it. And I feel just about as 50-50 as I could on almost any of these matchups, man. I mean, this is a true heavyweight banger of a fight. These guys are going to go in there and just make it a true slobber knocker. I don't think we're going to see a lot of high-level violence, but we'll see violence nonetheless. So I'm appreciative for that. We do got the Vanilla Gorilla coming in here as the Ben favorite. I think it's because we've seen more of him. He did finally get that win against a Tai Tuivasa just about 3 months ago. I think it is one of those things of what have you done for me lately? But prior to that, he did lose to a Walter Walker via heel hook, super quick. Did also get knocked out by Brando Pericic. And when I turn on the tape and I look at his opponent here in Jose Montanha, 1, I think of Tony Montanha. 2, I also just like how fast he is, and I think that's going to pose some threats. This is one of those things where, from a betting perspective, y'all, if you want to be a dirty dog, if you want to get real nasty with it, okay, this is a nasty dog pick, okay? It's an underdog. You never know with these heavyweights, sorry. So go ahead and get nasty. Get real nasty. And take the underdog. This 29-year-old, this Brazilian, typically tough, you know that. Gonna have some jiu-jitsu. And also can knock the Vanilla Gorilla out, okay? That's all I gotta say about that.
I don't talk about it. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think the Gorilla is in a bit of a tough spot. But, I mean they're cannon fodder, right? Like, Vanilla Gorilla as a nickname might be one of the worst bases for MMA that I think exists. He's one of the dogs that I think I'm riding with. I'll be honest. I think the big Brazilian has size, power, and regional finishing streak, right? He's less proven at this point, but the physical tools are there. And Sutherland, the Vanilla Gorilla, is tough, improving. He's just ground out decision over Tai Tuivasa, but if you can't finish Tai Tuivasa, what are you doing in the UFC? And also, if you look at his pictures on Tapology versus him in the UFC octagon, bit of a discrepancy there with the way that he looks, right? I feel like maybe not USADA, but some testing pool has entered the conversation, and that's paying dividends against him. So give me the Brazilian dog in this one. I think Louie Sutherland goes down, and the lights go out in Vegas this weekend, boys and girls. It's not confident, but it's my pick on this one. I don't know, dude. Jose Montanha. I just think he's the better fighter in this one. I do. Like I said, this is not a confident pick at all for me, but I'm also not betting on it for that reason. Right?
I wouldn't recommend Montana money line on plus 154.
Wow. All right.
Had to hit it.
All right, maybe I will bet on it. You talk.
One of these dogs is going to hit, and I feel like this is one of the dogs of the card that'll hit.
You know what? I'll do a half unit on him.
I think those are my 2 dogs. I think Montana and Billy Q.
I like the Billy Q shot a lot. I really like the Billy Q shot a lot.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, my 2 dogs of the week. Billy Q, Jose Montana.
Those are your 2 dogs of the week? Oh, dude!
Yes, sir.
That's literally my 2 dogs of the week. I can send you the screenshot from my dog picks file.
Oh, good shit.
That's
I might have to do a parlay on them now.
I haven't. You know what? Yeah, you know what? They are my 2 dogs of the week. Why wouldn't I do a quick parlay? I do like a fifth of a unit on it.
You know why not?
Now we're talking.
Why the hell not?
Oh,
I like betting with the show.
If you got $50 units, you put 10 on it, you get 54 back in pure profit. I'm going to do a fifth of a unit on that. Please, if you're betting, only bet with money you're happy to lose. We don't want to cause any problems for you folks. Let me actually jump up through some of the chat before we get into the next fight, because there was a cycle parlay that I saw in here, and I already tailed it because I think it's a good one.
Crazy.
Let's see here. Oh, I scored up way too far. Way too far. There we go. Ty Miller decision, Asplund KO, and Miller sub. My cycle parlay says Ikize. Love that. I agree, Icky. Odds. Kalshi hasn't dropped the props yet. I just did it on underdogs. I don't know if you have underdogs in your state, but they have the odds up for it. Method of finish.
There you go.
You should have taken the horse that day. Yeah, I agree. Oh, nice. Yeah, I can't do DraftKings straight betting here. Only the other one, the fantasy sports one. On Bovada, it said 5 for 75. That's fucking money, bro. I'll check mine. Vanilla Gorillas are fodder. Ask Chase Sherman. Exactly, bro.
Chase Sherman
Correct.
was the other dude. That was his fucking nickname. Yeah, I was trying to think
Chase
about
Sherman
that.
was the other Vanilla Gorilla. They've rehired him 5 times. I want to shake your hand. Rhino versus Gorilla. Let's go. Icky, it's 15-1. I got 20 on it. Let's go. That's money, dude.
Go.
Did Pip just say rear naked stroke? He did. I actually did hear that.
There's a solid
I did
chance.
hear that.
It
We're
happens.
still talking UFC.
He's excited for
Talking about
post-dinner
something that's on my
activities.
Patreon. You have to pay extra to see that
Gotta
one.
pay extra. There you go. Let's get it, Rain G. Just use protection for that rear naked stroke. Says
Might
Lazy.
be
Always.
Yo F soon.
Always be safe.
He did. I went back and rewatched it. Nano's nasty dog pick, rated R.
That's right.
Billy Q gonna hit. Let's go, Tyler Betts, aka Employee of the fucking Month, guys. Let's go. Give it up for that guy. What's good, honkies? What's good,
Shout
my
out to
boy?
us dogs.
What's good, my brother? How you doing? Hope you had a good
Poppin'.
stream. I think I saw that you went live as well. Gonna
Let's
watch it
go.
on playback.
Go check 'em out, y'all.
Replay game.
Make sure you're subscribed. That's Dogs MMA Talk, folks. The man, the myth, the legend. Speaking of legends, let's talk about 2 more. We got Manoel Sousa Manumito coming in against Richie Miranda. El Machete. This is a lightweight banger, 155-pound fight. Both men are 5'9". One guy has a 4-inch reach advantage. That guy being Sousa Manumito. 2-year age advantage as well. He is 2 years younger. Orthodox versus Southpaw. The Southpaw being Richie Miranda. And one man trains out of Bloodline Combat while the other trains out of Academia Octogano, which is so fun to say. So fun to say. Gotta tell you. I think that Manoel Sousa is a Brazilian knockout artist. You can see that clearly from the tape. He just starched Balaji Oki in the 3rd round of his UFC debut. Heavy hands, finishing instincts, and he brings real power at lightweight, right, guys? Like, he has power in both hands. He can get it done whenever and however he wants with those hands. Miranda is an LFA champ making his debut. Got a solid wrestling base and a solid record, but the step up is real here, and there are levels for a reason. I think Sousa is probably going to pressure him early and often, force the striking exchanges, and hunt the finish with combinations here. Miranda will try to wrestle and control him, but I think Sousa's power and UFC experience will end up edging out the victory for him in this one. I'm taking Sousa by KO or decision in this one. I'm not going to tell you what round because my name isn't Pip, but I digress. Nano, how do you see it going?
I love that, brother. I love that. Yeah, I'm expecting absolute violence in this matchup. It's a little bit earlier in the night, so make sure y'all are tuned in for what, as said in the comments here, just to reiterate, it might be a possible fight of the night, especially from Lazy Bet's perspective. You got to take that with every bit of validity, as you should. And I'm liking this matchup. Stylistically, we got El Machete against Manumito. I'm going with Manuel as well. I'm going with the betting favorite. Although I do like that both these guys have good records, 13-1 versus 14-1, 29 years old versus 31, same height. You actually have his opponent, Richie Miranda El Machete, with a little bit of a longer machete in 4-inch reach advantage. But everyone is ruling out the Santa Ana kid here from repping SoCal in Richie. I don't think Richie's got it, man. And again, I think when you look at Manuel's style, he's strong. We've seen a lot of these guys from Brazil come out guns ablaze and look no further than Michael Oliveira. I think we've been in this game long enough to know if you got a good prospect coming out of Brazil, he's somebody, okay? And the bettors are picking him. I just don't see enough of a reason to pick against him. But Pip, perhaps I can be swayed. Talk to the people, man. How you seeing this one break down?
Yeah, I mean, Miranda making his kind of long-awaited UFC debut. I didn't really realize how much hype was behind him right now, but he definitely had a very successful LFA run, won the belt, defended it twice, now on a 7-fight win streak. But then you have Sousa, right? I'm convinced that he is the lightweight Yoel Romero, coming off a knockout win, which was a war against Oki Uncle, and as you said, and there was a lot of things to like in that fight alone. Showed a lot of improved takedown defense, which against Oki, which was a little bit of a problem in his Dana White Contender Series fight, where he was able to get, he got taken down repeatedly, but he does a good job kind of attacking the submissions, especially that Kimura, to kind of get back to his feet. And the majority of his fights happen on the feet, and I think that's a big problem for Miranda, and I think that's where it stays. Sousa constantly feints, pushes the pressure. I think he's going to shut down the takedown offense from Miranda. Even looking at the striking, if he's on the feet, he's going to get pieced up, and it's going to happen fast. I mean, he was eating elbows in his last fight up against the cage. He was getting backed up badly, eating body shots. He's just not a guy that I'm really overly impressed with. And Sousa does such a good job working the body, mixing combinations, fighting the hands to set up the straights. I just see a lot of openings for one shot to land on Miranda, really. And I think it's only going to take one shot in this matchup. So I think Sousa's going to have the speed and athletic advantage as well. So I'm going to say he gets a round 1 knockout. But I like Sousa on this day, all day on this one. He's a more confident pick on this one for me.
Love that. Absolutely fucking love that. Man, I feel like we're all firing on all cylinders today, boys.
A lot of agreement, which could be a really great night.
Could be a really great night or a really bad night. I don't feel like there's going to be an in-between.
Oof. We'll land somewhere in the middle. We typically do, huh? It always evens out.
It's going to be good, my honky. Absolutely it is. I'll be the lone detractor. Give me Al Machete in a grueling 3-round decision. Bloodline, SoCal, what? Let's go, bro. All right. Do an extra shot for you next week if you're right on that one. So for this next one, we don't have a tell of the tape, obviously, because it was one that was changed out very short notice. It's still not even updated on DraftKings. But, he was supposed to be going against Jesse Rosas, which would have been a fun fight. But instead, Miles El Chapo Johns finds himself inside the octagon against Kryptonita Gianni Vasquez, which I don't speak Spanish, Baxter, but I can only imagine Kryptonita means kryptonite in Spanish. So let's go Gianni Vasquez. Love the nickname. He is a bantamweight as well. The reach difference, let's see here, is 71 inches versus 68. The longer man being the newcomer, Gianni Vasquez, and the height is the same exact height. So not giving up any height there. He fights out of Calumet Fight Team, while his opponent fights out of Marathon MMA. And, man, should be a fun one. He fights out of Mexico in altitude. I don't have as much of a breakdown on this one as we just found out about this at the top of the show. But, I mean, looking at who this guy's fought and kind of what his well-roundedness is, I mean, he's got 5 wins by knockout, 3 wins by submission, and 6 wins by decision. Fairly well-rounded. He had a confirmed upcoming bout for August 21st against Adrian Garcia in LFA 239, which means he was in shape. He was already in camp, so this should be a fairly quick fight for him, or a quick camp turnaround for him. He's not jumping off the couch to take this fight. And he's also not a newcomer to the UFC. He had a short stint in the UFC, if you recognize the name. That is because he made his debut on short notice last time against Javid Basharat, and he got bashed out by the Bash brother. So, wasn't a good showing for him then. It was a unanimous decision loss for him. Has come back since then and come back global. Got a win in round number 2, minute 34 seconds in, via punches to the dome over Cameron Ortikov. I got to be honest with you. Before, I probably would have given this to Miles Johns. But now, I think the short notice switch up serves his opponent in Gianni Vasquez a little bit more. I like Vasquez in this one. I think he could definitely go out there and get it done. And he's so well-rounded that he can grind out a decision victory. With him being in camp, I don't think it's as short notice for him. So give me the newcomer stepping up on short notice. I don't see odds on it, but I hope I do before the fight. What are you thinking on this one, Nano?
Man, I certainly like where your head's at, brother. I like the breakdown. You're absolutely correct. Kryptonita does mean kryptonite. So this guy is Superman's worst enemy. So you love to see that for Gianni. And there's something to an individual that stays ready, right? I love the idea that this guy is constantly taking the short notice fights, looking good, win, lose, or draw. He's available. So I do like that he's just here around in the gym where he needs to be. He's fighting out of Mexico and Mexico City. He's coming out of that elevation. I agree with you. I think a lot of indicators certainly would make the odds, in my opinion, slimmer or thinner than they were. I mean, Miles Chapo Johns, he does have the full camp, so there's one thing to keep in mind. As much as I love a good hero story and underdog, as much as the next guy, the reality is Miles is going to come prepared and probably deploy a similar game plan. I don't know if maybe you want to try to do some game study, or if there's any specific keys. Maybe it's a combination or two, or you're just picking it up as you go. Just thinking about the coaching and like, what kind of like game plan to go with here. With the new opponent. But again, all things considered, the hay's in the barn. He's going to go out there and fight his fight, rely on his muscle memory. And I think Gianni Vasquez is going to do the same thing. He's fresh. He doesn't have that full camp of wear and tear, potential injuries. He's going to be as loose as can be. And sometimes that is when upsets happen. So we don't know the odds at this point. At least I don't personally. So, curious to see how it all shakes out, but man, I'd love to see the underdog go out there and get it done. However, my guts tell me Chapo's just going to find a way. But we could have a Diego Lopes type situation here versus Movzar, where, hey, Diego still earns some credit, that being Gianni here. Maybe he doesn't lose any value, but may not win against a fully prepared pro. Pip, I guess, are you seeing it any different here? I'm leaning Miles John. It sounds like, I don't know, man. I'm all over the place. Talk to me, Goose. How you feeling?
It's weird because you know what? I just found out about this matchup maybe 30 minutes ago. So right now I'm kind of giving you guys a little bit of a live breakdown. I've got his highlights playing right now, so I'm trying to get a little bit of a tape study. And we all know Miles John. I mean, he's a tough test, honestly, for anyone's debut. I mean, 12 fights in the UFC. I mean, he's just been around for a long time, and he's solid everywhere, honestly. Good counter striker with offensive wrestling. He's very durable, but he is on that 3-fight skid. But one of those was a war against Matsumoto. I think he just has a lot of experience here. But now hear me out. So I'm looking at Rosa's tape, right? The fight that got canceled. And I like the fact that this kid is already on camp. So I feel like both people are on camp, so they're going in somewhat ready, but not for the typical opponent. Now, I don't know much about who the new guy's fighting, but if you look at his style compared to Rosa's style, I mean, Rosa is slick on the feet. He's got sharp combinations, nice body, head combinations. This kid as well, I mean, Gianna, he's kind of a similar style. I don't think his grappling is as much of a threat as Rosa was. When you watch Rosa's tape, he's got a solid backpack. I mean, Aljo level backpack maybe. Might be a little crazy there, but he's really good. Even on the feet, he was slick. Now, I will say, when you watch him fight, he's slow, and that's the same thing about Gianna as well. He's very slow in his movements. He's kind of very telegraphed. He's slow. He tries to kind of piece combinations together, but you can see them coming. He's very open. He leaves his chin open. He gets in these wild exchanges. Miles is a vet. I think Miles has this all day. I think it's going to be a unanimous decision because I don't really think most guys are going to come out here reckless. I think both guys are going to come out here more measured, especially with Gianni trying to get back in the UFC. Miles John needs to get a win right now, especially when he's on the 3-fight losing streak. So I'm going to take Miles John by unanimous decision.
I'm not mad at it. And one thing that you said is to compare the guy that one man was training to face versus the guy that the other man was training to face, right? So Miles Johns was obviously training to face somebody different, right? However, as you painted out, right, they're similar guys, the new guy and his previous opponent, Jesse Rojas and Gianni Vasquez. If we compare Adrian Garcia to Miles Johns, they have very similar style records, 10-4 versus 15-5. And here's where it gets almost a little bit eerie, right, Pip? Knockout percentage, 27% for Miles Johns, 30% for Adrian Garcia, the former opponent of his opponent. 0 submissions, whereas Miles has 13% of his wins by submission, and then 60% by way of decision compared to 70% by decision. So they almost have the same stack of fight wins. And then if you look at losses, one man has 1 loss by knockout and 3 losses by decision. The other man has 1 loss by knockout, 2 by sub, and 2 by decision. So again, fairly similar stack rank there. The difference is really level of opponent, right? Level of competition that they faced. Obviously, Miles Johns has been in the UFC for some time. He's been facing UFC level competition for some time. I do think there's an argument there that Miles Johns should win this fight, but in my heart of hearts, I got to go with the guy that's stepping up on short notice. It's probably a heart pick, though. As I'm saying, I'm going with my heart of hearts, not my brain of brains. Tico Tech says, I got Miles Johns via knowing who he is. Same height, same reach. Fair. Odds yet? My book still has the original fight. I checked all 3 of my books. They all have the original fight. So no odds yet. Gianni gonna rear naked stroke it.
Rear naked stroke it.
Let's go.
Rear naked stroke.
Don't overcomplicate it. Just take ins and split decision. I mean, I don't even have odds on it. Otherwise, I probably would, bro. I'd follow you on that. Speaking of following you, Juliana Killer Miller coming in against Ravenna Cagnuli Oliveira. This one is going to be a fun one. It's taking place at women's flyweight, so 125 pounds. Ravenna, I believe, has she always fought at 115, or maybe this is an old?
No, she's actually, I think, jumping back up because she couldn't make the weight cut anymore.
Oof, tough stuff. Makes it even more favorable for Killer Miller here. Killer Miller has the 2-inch height advantage. She has a 3-inch. No, 1 inch. Jesus Christ, 1 inch reach advantage. And she is 1 year older as well. Both are orthodox style fighters. One is more of a mixed martial artist. The other is more of a striker. And Ravenna, the mixed martial artist, trains out of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, dude. And the other one trains out of Life MMA. Not a strong name for a gym, but I support it. Juliana looks like she knows something we don't in that photo. I agree, bro. Doesn't she kind of look like she has a secret?
Definitely a smirk.
Like she definitely has a little secret there. I have a secret and I cannot tell you. Oh, man. The secret is that Juliana Killer Miller is going to get it done by sub. I just think that she's better than we've seen. I liked her in Tough. I think that emoji that Lazy Bet just posted has me almost spilling the whiskey I'm pouring into a shot glass because that is fucking spot on.
That's pretty accurate.
I mean, I'm just going to pull this up, and I'm just going to pull this up one more time. Virtually identical. I mean, it's so good. That smirk is world class. I'm definitely taking Killer Miller in this one. I think she gets it done inside the distance. I think she gets it done by sub. I can see her get it done in the first round while they're still very dry, boys. Very dry. You don't want to do it when it's dry. You want to get it a little lubed up. But she's gonna do it while it's dry. Cheers, folks. On that note. Cheers to you for being here. We've been live for about an hour and a half. We appreciate it if you hit the like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell for notifications so you know when we do this again. Cheers to you.
Salud.
They don't know I'm 5'4". That's Alyssa Maldonado. Tapology has her at 5'2", and she's 4'11". Giving that girl like full-on inches.
Take it where you can get it, you know.
I guess. You know, a dub's a dub, bro. Pip, I think I let Nano take the lead on that last one. Talk to me, Goose. What do you think? Talk to me about the Killer Miller. Does she earn the nickname?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's the fights the fans have been waiting for. I mean, you've got Miller with a record of 4-4 against Oliveira, who is 0-3 in the UFC. I mean, how could you not be excited for this matchup, right? I mean, this isn't a fight that I think that I'm crazy about, but I'm definitely leaning Miller. I don't know if I've ever picked Miller to win a fight since watching the UFC, but Oliveira is just so wild on the feet. She overswings left and right overhands, and I feel like that's kind of all she has. Oliveira hasn't really showed that her grappling is, a level to stop a girl like Miller, whose sole purpose is just to wrestle. And I think she's got an ability to get wins at this level as well. I think Miller could just be the scrappier fighter in this match. Even the fight that Miller had against Judice, I mean, she got hit, but she never stopped chasing the takedown. She was not afraid to eat one to land one. And I think that really deters Oliveira from accomplishing anything meaningful. I think Miller just makes this fight dirty, wears Oliveira down in the clinch, overwhelm her on the feet, starts landing takedowns, and gets a submission. So I'm going to say this is going to be another rear naked stroke, but I think Juliana gets one in round 2. That's what I like. I even got a Miller parlay. I got Ty Miller, Juliana Miller parlay. Nano, what'd you think?
Ooh, the Miller parlay. I think I love that. I think I love some Juliana Miller as well. I think that smirk is knowing that she's able to see in the future and see the victory, using some of that 10th planet jiu-jitsu, using some of that team hurricane, because I think that's exactly what she's going to do. She's gonna go out there, walk her opponent down, use her size, cut off the ring, and then really just take the will from her opponents. Typically what she does, she is coming off a loss. She's going to want to go out there and avenge it. If she could channel some of that energy that she had against an Ivana Petrovic, I think she will have her opponent petrified here in Ravina Oliveira. I'm taking Killer Miller, man. Let's go. Miller time.
I like that. Miller time, baby. Miller time indeed. Dixon, my guy. I love these comments. Juliana has been doing OnlyFans collabs with Cindy Dandois, who's 41, but actually looks 65. And if I'm not mistaken, Cindy's daughter is in the post as well. You can see them in her free page. I hate that you know that, but I also love that you know that. Wish I could unread that. Yeah, I hear squeezing lemons into your eyes helps. Hope the Invicta rejects have a nice little sparring sesh. That's fucked. Why you gotta be so mean? Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know they're fighters too? Come on, bro. He's
Great
gonna
song.
sub her out anyway. He's gonna sub it that girl.
Bang.
I like your call on the
Tap her
submission
out
take.
anyway. I think it's gonna be sub all day, bro.
I think she's live for a submission.
Miller, and double Billy fade. Wait,
Okay.
double Billy? Are you fading both Billies? Hold on.
Oh, no.
There is two Billies, aren't there? Billy Quarantillo and you can't don't
Billy
fade
Ray.
Billy Q, bro. What are you doing, bro?
You can't fade Billy Q. He's the dog of the week, dude. He's the dog of the week.
Messed up.
You do a Bizarro parlay and do the Billy parlay. The Billy parlay. I mean, if it hits, it could be the Billy goat, bro. I mean, come on,
Right
kid.
about it.
I know you're right about it. Oh, GG. Speaking of GG, let's talk about GG Canuto coming in against Carol Foro. What a fun name. I mean, it's in the women's strawweight division. Both women are 5'2". One girl has a 2.5-inch reach advantage here. The other girl, has the same girl, I should say, has a 6-year age advantage, 23 years of age versus 29 years of age. One trains out of Ripley, or maybe it's Arplay, I don't know. And the other one trains out of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. A lot of 10th Planeters here tonight. Nano, take us home with the start on this one. How do you see this one playing out between the ladies?
Yeah, man. I think this is going to be a fun intro to the night. The first fight of the night, even though it is our last one that we're covering tonight. So we do appreciate y'all sticking around with us here all the way through and through. But I am going with Carol Foro on this one. Looks like the MMA Tapology community is riding with me as well. She is the Ben favorite here. Both these Brazilian women are coming in with one loss. But Diamond, Gigi Canuto, I would say, in terms of just the overall muscle and physique comparison, she wins that battle 9 times out of 10. But it's not just about the muscles that you have and the physique. It's about the skill. It's about the fighting. Okay, and I do think that Carol Foro, aka Annabelle, quite a nickname there, is gonna showcase the Muay Thai pedigree that I think, with the 6 years of more fighting history, if you will, or just more lifetime, really. She's 29 years old going against this young 23-year-old. All to say, I'm going with the Thai fighter on this one. I'm going with Carol Foro, and I am for real about that. Pitt, what do you got, brother? Give us a real breakdown this time. I know I'm free falling over here.
Right there with you. Definitely kind of a boxer versus grappler style of matchup. Gigi's 7-1, riding a 3-fight win streak, 23 years old, with really solid ground game. She'll strike enough to kind of back you up and then just look for the takedown off the clinch. And once she gets on the mat, though, it's a different ball game. She's got a black belt in BJJ. It shows. She's got quick transition, constantly hunting for the submission. She's just a solid grappler. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I did think I hear she was training a little bit with Volkanovski, and I could be incorrect. If somebody knows, fact check me on that. But against Foro, she's 9-1, riding a 7-fight win streak, 29 years old, really good boxing in the pocket. Her last fight against Chanel Dyer and Dana White Contender Series, I think that put a lot of people on notice. It's a win that aged very well. She was able to drop Dyer multiple times. 4-0 showed that she can push you towards the cage, rip shots to the body. She's even got power in that right hand. And she was able to negate all the grappling exchanges from Dyer, while able to keep the urgency enough to keep the fight on the feet, defended every single takedown. If her takedown defense stays that sharp, Gigi's going to have a lot of problems on the feet. She's just levels behind 4-0. Now, really, wherever this fight goes, I do see someone having an advantage, right? Gigi could absolutely submit 4-0 if she gets her on the ground, but I think 4-0 could ultimately piece up Gigi on the feet. So I'm going to lean the side of 4-0. I think she keeps her on the back foot, does a lot of work in the pocket, ripping shots to the body, comes upstairs with the right hook, but keeping her against the cage. So I'm going to go with a boxing clinic from Carol 4-0. I think more about it. I see Carol getting the finish, but I'm going to stay safe. I think she gets the unanimous decision. But Uncle Olin, how you feeling on this one? I think me and Nano might have just swept the card, actually.
Brother, I think I disagree with only one thing you said. Okay. I agree with everything else both of you guys said, but you said that, sure, Gigi could submit her if she gets her into deep waters or takes her down. I don't think she can. I don't think even if she gets her in perfect position, she can submit her. Really? And that could age like milk. But Carol 4-0 has been in deep waters before, pre-UFC, and she's not tapped. She's not been put to sleep. The only losses that she's had were decisions, and I believe both were split decisions. So it was a coin flip when she loses. I think Annabelle's a fucking problem. And Nano, you mentioned it being an interesting name. I think it's Annabelle in the term of like the horror doll that kills you.
Oh, that's what
because that's what she's coming in there to fucking do. Jeez. Right? She's nasty with it. She's just she's a nasty veteran, or not veteran, but newcomer that will soon be a fucking veteran in the UFC. And I mean, if you think about it, like let's just talk about Carol Fiorjo for a second here. She was on Dana White's Contender Series back in September of 2025. She beats Chanel Dyer. If you know that name, if you recognize it, that's because she is the nightmare, Chanel Dyer. She has a win in the UFC over a woman we just got done talking about, boys. She went out there and beat her the fuck up. She got her finished in 1 minute and 17 seconds into round number 2. I'm talking about Ravena Oliveira. I'm talking about, like, the chick that did this to Ravena is the chick that lost to Carol 4-0. So 4-0 is definitely going to go out there and get it done. I think Gigi is, I mean, she's somebody that in the decision that we saw her lose to Natasha Kuzimato, she was tired and it looked like she didn't want to be there. And look, useless with the perfect timing here. Gigi low-key is a quitter. I think she's going to go out there and quit on herself. I think we're going to see Carol 4-0 be able to go out there and get it done inside the distance. I think she's going to hit her harder than her opponent wants to get hit. And she's going to wrap it up. Fucking wrap it up. Just like we're doing with the show, boys. So give me 4-0 all fucking day. I just think that she is the better fighter in this one. I think she gets it done. And I just think that Canuti is in a bit of a conundrum here on Saturday night. She's going to go out there and get beat up. But I digress. It should be a fun card. Before we call it, Pip, remind me. You said your lock earlier in the night. What was it? Was it Alexia?
Alexia Thainara. I think she's my main lock of the night. I think I got 2 others, but she's the one I'm probably the most confident in.
All right, we're letting Pip pick first this week. Nano's going to go second. I'm going to go last because I don't want to take all the meat off the bone. And then we'll switch the order every week. So that way it doesn't feel like somebody has first dibs. Nano, anybody other than Alexia, pick your lock.
Ooh, okay.
And we're doing a full unit on this every week.
Okay, well, with that in mind, let me go back through the full card here. Just to double check here, y'all. Okay, I want to really make sure I'm steering us in the right direction. Okay.
I'm going to make my bet with the show, too.
I swear to God, I feel like Nano's going to pick mine. And then I'm going to do the same shit he's doing right now.
Going concrete, man. Concrete's
God damn it!
Dude, that's the lock. That's the
I
lock.
love Asplund.
That's the lock.
All right. If my lock is the one that fucks us, just know I picked last.
This is the same one that I'm thinking, so then we can feel good about the 3 in general. Because
no. We'll go Steve Asplund, Alexia Thainara, and
I mean, there's one that would tank our odds. For sure.
You mean like hella inflate them?
Yeah.
Jose Montanha?
I was thinking Billy Q.
I was literally between those two. But maybe we should keep it clean, boys.
Nah, but
Maybe
who's
we
your
should
lock,
just
though?
Yeah,
Who's
I'm
your
gonna go
lock?
Juliana Miller. Juliana Miller.
Miller's your lock. All right, I like it. I do like
Miller.
We got plus 147 odds. So if you're playing with $50 units, put 50 on it, you get $73.50 back in
Okay, not
pure
bad.
profit.
Not bad.
So that's
I got plus
$123.50 back. Yeah.
Are you just doing money line? Are you saying Miller by submission or anything, or just?
I'm doing money line on Bet
All right.
Online. It only gives me money line options for
Okay.
parlays.
Okay.
But if you wanted to do a cycle parlay, I did do a cycle parlay on Underdog, and it was the one that they said earlier. So I got Ty Miller by decision, Juliana Miller by submission, and Asplund by TKO, KO, or DQ.
Okay. See, I didn't get crazy with that. I do have Asplund by knockout, Ty Miller by knockout, and I do have a separate bet for Juliana Miller for submission. That's it. I didn't parlay them though together. Oh, I do have Sousa as well. Finish. He's gonna get a finish for sure all day.
Yeah, if you parlay them together, you get fucking crispy odds. Cycle parlays are something that we've yet to hit on this show. Again, I'll always be honest with you guys, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. But as I say, like, we can do cycle parlays for the next 2 to 3 years, and if we hit one, especially some of the ones we put in, they will pay for the rest of them indefinitely. So that's all we need. All we need is one. Let's see the chat here real quick. Guys, I'm going to buy 3 cold cuts from the deli tomorrow to make a sandwich for Saturday night's event. Please each tell us your favorite cold cut and also your favorite deli cheese. Allowed to repeat. I mean,
No.
the cheese is easy for me. It's pepper jack all day. Oh,
think
sorry.
you
I
muted
had
Mr.
muted
Nano.
Nano because we had the echo going. Boom. There we go.
My bad. That's on me. Pepper jack's definitely solid. I'd go cheddar alternative, cold cut. Man, I'm going salami. I'm going salami. I'm gonna go off the reservoir a little bit. Going salam.
I'd go turkey. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm thinking
I would
turkey-
walk past that
turkey.
aisle.
Whoa.
Turkey, pepper
Hey,
jack, and Swiss.
Louise, what are you getting? What's on your sandwich in general?
What's on my sandwich? Well, I'll go to Subway.
Oh,
He doesn't eat
What are you
cheese.
getting from?
You
What
know?
are you getting from there?
Do you get it
Good.
toasted? What even is the point
Yeah,
of
you
it?
call
toasted.
sub?
I'll
What do
get
you-
some chicken. I'll get that little Baja Chipotle sauce, a little lettuce, a little green pepper action, banana peppers. Toast that some, but I just don't put cheese on it.
Okay, fair.
It ruins my sub. It ruins my pizza. It ruins my soups. And it ruins my burgers. I don't want it.
Oof, man. Okay, we agree on a lot.
Lactose
but that's something
intolerant
we-
or just no like cheese?
At this point, probably lactose.
Okay, there it is.
He's lactose intolerant, but he doesn't
Because
like
I don't
thought
eat
you were gonna say the
toast.
other way.
I'm getting all 3. Sounds good. Let's go, dude.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah, I think like cheddar, if you like yellow cheese, is a staple. You can't go wrong with cheddar. So, like Pip, you can take your headphones off for the next like 30
All right.
seconds.
I think cheese is like
Um,
an oldie.
Brother, fuck off. That's blue cheese. I
Yeah,
don't
you
eat that
took 'em
shit.
off.
That's gross. I don't eat blue cheese. It's fucking gross.
Well, yeah, that
Subway
one's
or
old.
Jersey Mike's is a great question, and I gotta be honest with you, it wholeheartedly depends on the mood.
Hey, what about Penn Station?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh,
Mike's.
damn. That's crazy. Subway.
You
I
are
have to go
speaking
Subway.
another language.
My bad. If anybody knows, yeah, Penn Station, let me know about that one too.
So for cold cuts, I never do Jersey Mike's. I only do Jersey Mike's for their Philly cheesesteaks. Whereas for cold cuts, I will do Subway. But typically, even then, I do the oven roasted chicken breast, add bacon, do pepper jack, do a little bit of Chipotle Southwest, a little ranch, salt and pepper, lettuce, tomatoes, jalapenos, and banana peppers. That's my go-to Subway.
That's pretty.
But
solid.
also useless. You might not be on this because I think it might be a West Coast thing. Nano knows the fuck I'm talking about. Pip, maybe not you. Ike's.
Yeah, that's the shit. Now we're
Ike's is the
talking.
place. You got to get the Madison Bumgardner, the spicy habanero sauce steak with, I believe, pepper jack cheese. It's fire, bro. It's fucking fire.
Jamie Sirewich as well.
Oh, the Jamie Sirewich is little, dude. I love that you just said that so much. When me and Mary get it, I get the Jamie Sirewich, she gets the Bumgardner, and then we cut them in half and split them.
You goddamn right. That's all. That's
And
all
you got to
really
get it
good.
on the Dutch Crunch, brother.
That's a mandatory.
Bro, what are we even doing if we're not getting it on the Dutch Crunch? Pip has no idea what we're fucking.
I was gonna say you guys are speaking a whole different language.
We're taking you to the Dutch Crunch land, brother. You got to come to fucking the West Coast, the best.
I take y'all
coast.
to Penn Station.
I'm down.
Cannot tolerate the flavor. Blue cheese is basically feces. I agree, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
I think I'd rather eat feces than blue cheese. I mean, if it was maybe from like Sydney Sweeney. But blue cheese is terrible, dog. It's fucking terrible. Capriotis. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm down to try it. Let's fucking go. Big up in the chat.
Shout out
Big
to
up
the
Olin,
Shin.
Nano, and Pips. Let's go shin to shin, my guy. Blue cheese has mold in it. Sing it every time.
We all
Blue
know it.
cheese has mold in it. I
First
agree.
off, Capriotis is good. It's an Italian deli chain, so definitely solid. But ranch being disgusting, Tico. Come on, brother. It's so good. Ranch is so good.
Ranch is fantastic. Blue cheese.
I
is
don't like ranch either, Tico.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Pip.
God. My old roommate, Shan, we used to have a joke and say that he would drink it because he put so much ranch on everything,
Just look
bro.
at the
It's
the world.
3 a.m.
okay?
over here. You're making me hungry. Let's go, dude. I'm about to go eat after this.
Hell yeah.
I make a phenomenal pepper jack. Oh, pepper jack mac? Oh, fuck off, Jimbo's old lady. That sounds fantastic. And now I'm only upset that I'm just
Good
realizing I
brother,
haven't gotten my invite for Thanksgiving.
Fortunate.
That's crazy.
We got some
Ike's is
solid
fire. You
Thanksgivings.
made up the ranch comment with that one. You made up for the ranch comment with that one. Yeah, Ike's is fire. Pip made up for cheese hating with hating ranch. All right. Wait, did you guys know Jesse Rosas pulled out? Bro, we talked
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, we did a breakdown.
We covered that fight,
You
huh?
got the breaking news.
I
got the
thought you were
breaking news
here for
live.
that part. Pip said I get mac no cheese. He just eats the pasta with a little bit of butter, salt and
some
pepper.
elbow noodles.
Salt and
Plain
pepper,
noodles.
butter. That guy Fareed fought on short notice is in now. Yeah. Johnny Vasquez.
Yep.
We synced it, brother. We was watching. Yeah, we covered it. Ray G.
Ray
Ray G
just
came in with
dropped
the
in.
comment. He just dropped in. He's like, to see
Sup,
you guys
Rose
know.
is out.
Rose is out. Gianni's in. Yeah. That's the deal.
And then he dipped for a minute. And he came
Then
back.
he smoked a cigarette, kicked the door down, walked out. It was the coolest shit I think I've ever seen in my life. I'm calling a spade a spade.
Love that.
Consider yourself invited. Let's go. I think you guys are like a 5 or 6 hour drive from my dad. Not that I've looked it up. Rain G, my man. I missed it. Damn. Hit the rewind, big dog. It stays in the ether. Mac and cheese is like baby food. Rank as fuck. Yeah, ranked high as fuck, shin to shin. What the fuck, bro? Mac and cheese is a staple. It's a fucking staple, bro. Islam W next week? Yeah. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's going to happen. He's going to get the win. No brainer. I feel bad about it, though, because Mary in our fantasy league, and Mary is, of course, my lady, she picked against me because she was going for active fighters versus like winning fighters this season and fighters with high activity. And she picked Ian Gary because he does fight often. And she felt like maybe he'll have a quick turnaround if he doesn't win because Islam's going to finish it quick. But I just feel like he's not going to get her any points at all. Poor Gary. And I have Islam. I have Islam in the league.
That's it.
That makes it
good.
way worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
And of course, every time we have a matchup that's a direct matchup in the league, we have an instant shot bet on it. So she will have to watch her fighter lose and then do a shot while I laugh. I'm either going to be sleeping on the couch that night or having a great night, folks. Jimbo's old lady, thank you again. You have to make him vegan mac and cheese. That's terrible.
See, she makes so good mac and cheese, but even vegan cheese is better than regular cheese.
I did. I mean, I'm going to tell you, it's crazy. I've never actually had a situation like this in my life, Pip, where I've gained so much respect for somebody at the same time I lost so much respect for another person. Your mom just got like major respect.
Yeah, I get it. It's okay.
You, I got to be honest, I love a little bit less
It's okay.
after hearing that, but I do love you. Mac and cheese hate is crazy, lazy bed. It's crazy. Is it any more possible for Ian Gary to be more unlikable? No, not a chance. No, he's like the most unlikable fighter in the UFC. This is a great question. Pip, what is your favorite food?
That is a
fried chicken.
Oh, I love fried chicken. Fried chicken is great, especially from what's our gas station? We got a Marathon gas station that tops any chicken place you'd ever know. But I will have to say, shout out Miss Pip because she makes some of the best fucking pastas you'll ever have. Spicy chicken pasta, Cajun pasta, fucking lasagna. I love Italian food. I love pastas. I don't have cheese on any of that, believe it or not. It's so fucking good. That's where I'm at though. I love
no
carbs.
Cheese in the pasta.
Love carbs.
No cheese in the pasta. I love that, dude. Honestly. I felt like I was being a little bit racist / typecasting with you because, you know, Kentucky guy, fried chicken, Kentucky fried chicken. But I also like, we've been friends for like maybe a year now, if that. And you've had fried chicken a lot of times that I've been chatting with you. So I feel like of all the meals that you mentioned having, it's fried chicken pretty often. And that's not a slight. Yeah,
you can go to any gas station in Kentucky. You grab up some banging fried chicken. You know what you do? You sit there, you eat it, and you know when you're done? Throw it out the window. You don't got to call it.
People on the West Coast don't understand that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I speaking another language? No, it's good.
You are. I mean, like in Texas and Louisiana, you can get boudin, you can get like fried catfish, you can get fried chicken from a gas station that's better than most Michelin restaurants. And
I don't understand it.
It's insane. It's insane, bro. Last time we went to see my mom, Mary actually found like a driving thing because we drove up from New Orleans. It was a 5.5 hour drive. But she found this thing that was on the trail called the Boudin Trail. And it was like 7 stops, I believe. It's like the best Boudin places in Louisiana. All of them are gas stations. Bro, we stopped at a place that literally was called the world's best stop, I believe. It was a gas station. Dude, I've been having boudin since I was a small child. Best boudin I've had in my entire life. Hands down.
Sheesh.
Brother, it was so... And the fried the cracklins, the pork cracklins, my God. Like, dude, they do it with pork belly instead of bacon. And it's thick and chewy.
It's so
and
fucking
crispy.
weird. Even gas stations, they have their own signature flavors and shit. They just do it better.
They literally had like a full menu at this gas station, but at the top they had the pork cracklins, the chicken cracklins, and the original boudin. And they're like, these are our staples. You have to try these. And I'm like, cool. I'll have one of the pork cracklins and one of the original boudin, please. And I ate that entire fucking boudin before we left that place. And the cracklins, I snacked on in New Orleans the entire weekend.
I feel like that's how you know when you find a solid gas station too, because you got the school-looking cafeteria in the back, and right next to that is a bake shop.
Dude, everything's fresh. I fucking love it. You guys over here have shitty plastic cheese. I mean, that is fair, but that's why you got to get the organic shit. You got to get the organic pepper jack and cheddar. Pip's probably had like Kraft, and that's why he hates cheese. Gas station fried chicken is an OG fried chicken enjoyer pick, 100%. Try Korean fried chicken, dude. I literally am getting Korean fried chicken tomorrow with Mary.
Ooh, yum.
I've never heard of Korean fried chicken.
Oh, dude. There's this place called Bonchon. And mind you, we hate going to the area it's in. There's one in San Jose too, Nano. You should try it if you haven't already. There's probably one in SF too. But there's one out here and it's in Convoy, which it's the worst place in all of San Diego, in my opinion. Across like a 3-block radius, 3 different parking lots, it is the best Chinese, Japanese, Korean restaurants you will ever have, possibly in America. But you can't find parking. And trying to find parking takes like 45 minutes. And then you walk half a mile to 2 miles to get there. But like ramen, all you can eat Korean barbecue, Korean fried chicken. Literally, I'm going to place the order online. I am going to pull up. I'm going to tell Mary to jump the fuck out. And I'm going to do a couple circles while she goes in and grabs the food. It is worth the headache of that parking lot. It's so fucking good, bro. Is pork belly chicharron?
Like pork stomach lining, innards, essentially. Yeah. I mean, kinda. Yeah.
Kinda. I work in the pasta business. That's my kind of chat. Let's go, dude. I love pasta. Fried catfish is so good, bro. So good. Rest in peace, Papa Rufus. He made the best fucking fried catfish. We've gone entirely off the rails. We have to for the last couple minutes, bro. If we're
right.
under time, we'll do it with you guys. Come on. Besides Korean fried chicken, the best I've had is Ghetto Gas Station in Oakland, California, ran by Somalis. So good. Bro, I've had Somali fried chicken. So fire.
What's the difference? What's the difference between Korean fried chicken and just regular fried chicken? What am I missing?
It's the way that they bread it.
It's just
so
the
they
breading?
use a different kind of breading. It's a different kind of breadcrumbs, and it's also a different kind of spices that they're putting on it. So like Korean fried chicken, like banchan, you have the option of getting it original, just like not tossing anything, but they also have a soy ginger sauce that's like a sweet sauce, and then they have their spicy Korean sauce, and they have their Korean street barbecue sauce. So it's really fucking good.
So it's the same like principle, it's just a different taste, just different flavor essentially.
Different flavor and different breading.
Okay.
Do they serve brother? No, they don't. They definitely don't. What the fuck? Pip, if you like sauce, they sauce up fried chicken with amazing Korean. Yeah, this is exactly what I just said. They sauce up Korean fried chicken with Korean sauces, and it manages to stay crispy while being incredibly flavorful. Exactly.
I gotta find a Korean fried chicken place around here. Hopefully they have one in Kentucky.
Absolutely, bro. We're going either tomorrow or Saturday.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it.
I just found out my homie Jake's going to be landing tomorrow at like 10 a.m. So I'm going to see what my day looks like and see if I can fit in a visit with him. But yeah, we're hoping to see it tomorrow or Saturday. Definitely hoping to see it then. Anyways, folks, we just officially reached the 2-hour mark, and we appreciate all of you for being here. Look, this fight card is underrated on paper. It's happening at a warehouse, but you should definitely tune in. If you want to know why, rewind about 2 hours, leave a comment that sticks, refresh the feed, and let us know in your comments what bets you're placing this week. What are the ones you're most confident in? Which ones do you want us to tail? And I mean, maybe more importantly, which one of ours are you tailing? And if you're not betting at all, if you're not even watching the fights, if you just watched us and laughed for the last 2 hours, we're happy you did. We're glad you tuned in. We hope we made you smile a couple of times, no matter what you're into. And above all else, we ask that you do these last two things, folks. We ask that you keep on going and that you keep on growing. And we really hope we see you next week.
You've been listening to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. Our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMAnomaly. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.